Hey everybody, it's Black Bell Flower and welcome back to Piofiore Faded Memories. So in our last episode, we started our pursuit of Yang. Thank you! Hey Ocean Isle! I was like, you know what, I should be more in the Christmas spirit. I was like, so let me go ahead and do some changes to the background for this month. So yeah, we started seducing Yang last time, and we quickly discovered that this man is insane. So let's get started. So like I mentioned last time, I want to start going through the third bad ending. So because we got like two more to go after this one. So let's go ahead and do the third bad ending. We need to load a save file for that. This one. Here we go. I'm scared. I should be scared of this man all the time, but he glanced at me as if he were appraising me. Okay, so last time he propositioned us and we said goodnight, but now we're going to tell him, play with me. That's not creepy at all. Well, as long as you don't mind.
そうか。では
He's like, I'm surprised she's agreeing to do the thing. Ah! What are you?
遊ばれたいのだろう。遠慮するな。これも暇つぶし
He
には
already starting off. Bro, we just started playing. What? Hey, Pixels and Pixies. Hi, can't stay because studying because leaving a lurk. Thank you for lurking and good luck with studying. I know that's tough. I'm gonna leave you a heart. There we go. He pushed me down onto the bed, and I realized there was a big misunderstanding. When I said I wanted you to play with me, this wasn't what I meant. I meant if you can be a conversation partner. I have so much to ask you. He's not happy with that answer. I'm sorry. Oh, did I make a mistake that I can't undo?
シャオチエ、優しい俺が教えてやろう。
Wow, little woman. Okay.
ここはチャイニーズマフィアの拠点で
He's like, let me make sure you understand the situation that you find yourself in. You are at the Chinese mafia base. Who is having conversations?
俺と遊ぶ行為は殺し合うかむつみ合うかその二択だ。
Okay, so since I don't want to die, I think I'll be taking the latter choice. Thank you very much. Now that we've cleared this up, please don't kill me. What? No. Although he stated that he'd let me choose, his hands were already roughly taking my clothes off. Okay, so, warning. I keep forgetting to do this at the top of every stream for this. This game has drugs. This game has assault. This game has kidnapping. This game has gore. Sometimes people get murdered. People fall down the stairs. People die in all kinds of horrible ways. So there's my warning for this game. Here we go. Right, he's already starting Ocean Isle. I tried to resist, protecting myself with both arms, and I screamed a little. Seeing that, his eyes immediately lost their fire. His ice-cold gaze pierced through me. If I deny him, he will really kill me. Was this look murderous intent? I was so scared the tears flowed down. Yang suddenly smirked, and slowly he began to lick the tears off of me. Oh my god, this man is crazy. Oh, hey, Miss Britt. Good afternoon. I came in on the word kidnapping. Welcome to the stream. Yang is doing the thing where he becomes a psychopath yet again.
お前は思い知った方がいい。だから今夜は少しばかり言いたくする。
Oh my god, this man!
ああ、好きなだけ泣け。それは許
He is disgusting!
女の悲鳴も
Wow!
嫌いではないからな。
How did we get here? I said something to him that I couldn't take back. Unbearable emotions were building up inside me, but I looked down to avoid facing reality. Goodness gracious. Why are all his routes bad? They don't be playing. They like, oh, you want the bad route, huh? We gonna give you the bad route. Today's breakfast porridge was cooked in chicken broth. lightly salted and topped with Chinese parsley. At first, I wasn't used to eating here, but I had become accustomed to it. It had been a week since I was taken to the Laoshu headquarters. I'm not in the mood to talk to y'all right now. Your leader is crazy, okay. Yes, since it's autumn now, some panaterias may already be selling them. No, you go get it yourself. Pandoro was a famous northern Italian snack. As the year came to an end, many bakeries stocked piles of them and sold them. I mean, he's already mad at me, so I think I'm gonna stay put. I ain't never seen these. Okay. Lon seemed to slump, clearly being sad about it. Probably, I don't know. Stop whining! Jesus! You are too old! Okay. No, please leave me, it's fine. I've already developed Stockholm Syndrome. I'm not going anywhere. Ugh. Why don't you two go buy some? In the meantime, I'll just stay in the room. See? I'm not going anywhere. Why not? It's dangerous for me to be here, period. Alone with other people, it don't matter. Whatever. I see. Having them point that out, I officially realized how dangerous a place I was in. I'm sorry. Just because you're my guard, you two have to live a limited life. I felt so bad for them, but Lon gave me a bright smile. This girl would slit my throat. Do not let her being nice to me fool you. She would slit my throat. Hi, new viewers. We are playing Piofiore, Faded Memories. I am currently being held captive by the Chinese mafia, and these two little kids are my only quote-unquote friends, but they would still slice my throat. Hope y'all are having a great bud day. Thanks, you two. Teach me about Veleno, okay? Do I have a choice? Veleno was a dangerous area, so we had to stay cautious, but rather than spending my time idle in the Laoshu headquarters, it was more fun to go out with them. My life here was cramped and painful, but they really got my mind off of things. Oh, okay. I was like, wait, we have a meanwhile story coming, and I couldn't remember. Okay, this is Yang. Okay, so Lee is the underboss to Yang, and Lee has been making moves behind Yang's back. So... Yep. He gonna die. Go ahead, kill him. Okay, sorry. I mean, kill him either way. Don't matter. Okay. I lightly affirmed my subordinate's concerns. I had already sensed that something was beginning to move in this town. Alright. My life here was cramped and painful, but they really got my mind off of things. Girl, okay. In the daytime, Lan and Faye took me outside, and at night I stayed in Yang's room. Yang would sometimes return and sometimes not. As we repeated these days, I began to grow accustomed to my life here. That's called Stockholm Syndrome. He gonna tell me stay in the house eventually. We were seated at breakfast as usual when he mentioned it. It's their fault. Who else is a fan of pandas in the stream? They're adorable. My character has good taste. Oh, well that's... I rushed to chime in. There's no reason in particular I'm looking at the panda. There's no reason in particular. I'm just looking at things that are interesting. So I wasn't just looking at the panda. I was embarrassed that they noticed, so I quickly made an excuse. Look.
そんなに欲しいなら今度買うといい。お前、熊
I
猫
used
の
to
何が欲
have
し
a
い？
deck of cards from the zoo that had like pictures of pandas on the back of the cards, and the front were like just the regular like clubs and numbers and stuff. But I would love a panda plushie. I don't need another plushie. If you guys could like see my plushie collection, that's like not even half of it. That's like the corner that you can see from the camera. If I like pan the camera, you'd see a bunch more. But I would love a panda plushie.
服？それとも手ぬぐい？
A panda sweater might actually be nice too, or panda pajamas.
あ、ポーチもあったよ。そういえば。
Oh, I actually do have a panda bag. It's not on my wall anymore. It's in my closet. But when, again, from the zoo, the souvenir shop always gets me at the zoo. So I bought a backpack actually that is like a panda backpack. And I forgot because it's not behind my door anymore. He's stuffed in my closet somewhere. But anyway, no, it's fine. I'm just happy looking at them. I was going back and forth with the twins, and Yang seemed uninterested. He didn't butt in, nor did he even glance at us. Yang is like, y'all are boring. I have other things to do. I'm plotting murder. Okay, we were almost finished with our meal when Yang spoke as if remembering something.
リーに差し入れでもしてやるか。
Okay.
リーにですか？
ああ、マント
Okay.
49
So this is what we saw last time, except this time it's going to take us down the bad route trajectory.
わかりました。
We're going to take him 49 steam buns as a warning. You mess with Yang, you die. The man receiving orders from Yang nodded, looking stiff. On the other hand, Lon and Faye's eyes sparkled. Because they're
ど
evil.
うしたのやん。リーの首でも切るの？
They're like, we'll cut him for you.
はいはい。切るなら僕がやるよ。
Yup. Because they're crazy.
まだ早い。
Watashi ga kita. Hi, silly old fox. Welcome to the stream. We are on the way down Yang's third bad ending.
あいつは何か勘違いしているよう
We're
だ。
about to go pay Lee a visit, his underboss.
この間の会合で何かあったの？
Mm-hmm.
いや、何もなかった。
Nah, I think something happened.
じゃあいいんじゃないの？
Faye cocked his head and Yang wasn't smiling anymore. Was he trying to say it was a problem because nothing happened?
リーにはある程度あいつの裁量で動く許可を。
Third bad end. Oh yes. So when when we're playing like games like this, the characters always have third. Okay, he's got like 4 bad endings total. He has 1 tragic ending, which is like the super bad ending, and then he has a good ending and a best ending. But so far, he's got more bad endings than Nicola. Nicola only had 2. I'm like, dude, 4 bad endings. Please stop like putting me in situations where I'm gonna die. Last time we fell down the steps, then we got carried off by the mafia to be their slave or whatever. Yeah, tragic end is like the worst one. Nicola like kept us as a prisoner, so I'm expecting Yangs to be 10 times worse than that.
だが、それは俺への報告を怠っていいという意味ではない。
Alrighty.
リーは近頃勝手に兵隊を動かして
I mean, Lee could be less obvious about a coup d'etat.
俺に会っても何も
You know what I mean? Like, okay.
ヤンに隠し事があるってこと？
Yeah. Yang stayed quiet. Lon and Faye looked at one another.
ねえねえやん。その届け物、私たち
They're like, we'll pay him a visit, don't worry about it.
お前たちにはこの女の護衛を任せているはずだが
We can't even, I just noticed, we can't even let the chopper sing on Leo on this route because nobody has guns. Everybody in Yang's organization has knives. So what, we gonna let the sword swish? I don't know. We gotta figure out another saying for let the chopper sing because we don't have one.
だからだよ。この子、リーにも会わせたいの。ヤンの彼女なんだから、行って紹介
No,
してくる
I'm not his girlfriend. I'm being held prisoner. Okay. What? Suddenly being pulled into the conversation confused me.
いいでしょ？ヤン
No, keep me out of this. I don't want to
あ
go.
なたもいいでしょ？
No. The pressure I felt from Lon was so high I couldn't say anything.
紹介か
She said, let the sword swish. I didn't know what else. Let them blades fly. There we go. Let the blades fly. Okay. Introduce. Yang seemed to have mixed feelings at the twins' forceful urging. He might say no. I had a glimpse of hope.
好きにしろ
What?
こいつらに理屈で話しても無駄だ。時間を浪費するだけだから。
You suck. I just want you to know
諦
that.
めろ。
I can't believe they were able to persuade Yang.
マントを渡すついでにリーが何を考えてるのか聞いて
Boo!
ああ、
I wanted to
だが
stay at
ど
the
うせ
house.
正直に腹積もりを語りはしないだろう。牽制だけで構わん。それでも釘を刺さずに放っておけば、その
Yang was like, make sure you
面倒
tell
なこと
him
になるだろう
that I
から
see him. Don't say nothing else.
パルツォーネやビスコンティに睨まれるような真似でもしでかされては面白くない。
This man already trying to start something. Lee, I'm gonna need you to stop. You see how crazy he is? Okay.
あんな奴らに睨まれたってちっとも怖くないよ。
How is she not scared? I'm terrified. Okay.
そういう問題ではない。仕掛ける好機は俺が選ぶ。それにリーが何か面白いことを抱えているのなら、俺も楽しませてもらわなくては。乗り遅れては一大事だ。
He's scary. I could understand the words he was saying, but I couldn't understand the idea behind it. Rather than preventing trouble from happening, he seems to be welcoming it.
じゃあヤムチャの時間までには戻ってくるよ
He's like, we're gonna threaten him and be back in time for tea.
ほらほら、行こうよ。
God, both of them are crazy. I'm really not up for this.
いいからいいから。
Duh, they're like, we don't care. Faye and Lon each grabbed an arm and took me out of the dining hall. Oh, they sigh. I had finally given up and followed them as we were making our usual rounds. So what kind of person is this Lee that we're going to visit?
一応ヤンの次に偉い人かも。ラオ州の中では。
All right. So he's the underboss of the Lao Shu?
微妙なとこだねラオ州にはあんまり順番とか地位とかないからつ
Okay.
いていきたい人に部下はついてくよ今の拠点にいる連中は
I
みんな
still think, and I talked about this last time, but I really think that that's a totally and utterly bad idea to have like no set hierarchy in your ranks because that's how people kill you. Hi, new viewers. We are playing Piofiore Faded Memories. I'm being held kidnapped, prisoner. I was kidnapped and held prisoner. There we go. Words. By the Chinese mafia. And so now these little evil demon twins are my guards. So I'm being forced to go wherever they go.
あーだこうだ言うけどヤンに惚れ込んでる怖いとこ強いとこ切れるとこいろいろ
I mean, but as we've seen, people who are intimidating and powerful and smart don't always last on thrones anyway. People get tired of being intimidated after a while. But it works apparently. I mean, it works for now. I think Lee is gonna stage a coup though. I didn't really see it, but I suppose Yang had a quality to him that attracted people. It's called crazy. The mafia charisma, perhaps.
ラオ州はベレーノにいくつか建物を持ってるの。その一つにリーがいるよ。
ベレーノの中心部からそんなに遠
Oh,
くない
okay.
途中でお使い
So
の
we're
マン
going
ト
to
を買
visit
うよ
Lee.
ねえねえあなた、どんなのがいい？
I want whatever is gonna. Hey, Park That Bum, how are you? Welcome to the stream. We are playing some Piofiore. The kids ask me what kind of buns I want. I don't care. I just want to stay alive. What kind? No matter which ones we pick, we can't eat them, can we?
持ってんね。
Girl.
ラン本気でショック受けてるでしょ
As we chatted, we passed through bustling streets. The building that Lee was in looked quite similar to the base where Yang resided. Wait, can we just walk in?
大丈夫だよ。いつも勝手
Y'all got weapons, though. Give me a knife.
受付とかないから仕方ないね
You see how they treat me? I don't even get a knife. Ugh. I felt very uncomfortable and nervously followed them as I observed my surroundings. Huh? Suddenly, something felt wrong.
どうしたの？急に立ち止まったりして。
I don't want to go in there. Did you hear something just now? The two looked at one another.
何かって僕は何も聞こえな
I
かった
heard the sound of death. Okay.
疲れてる？きっと気のせいだよ。
Well, you could stab someone. Not if they give me a knife. I mean, not if they don't give me a knife. Like, they out here with weapons and, like, I get nothing. I don't even have a shiv. Like, come on now. Maybe you're right. It's true. I'm tired. My environment's changed drastically in last night. I remembered things and shivered. What happened back then gave me more fear than anger.
ほら、早く
No!
行こうよ。
No! I don't want to go in here! You see how dirty this building is? Okay, I'm sorry. Faye urged me to move and I started to walk.
人の縄張りで何をやっているんだ、ガキ
Oh,
ども
okay, so this whole conversation has changed from last time. So if you guys remember last time, as we were heading down the good ending route, we actually went inside. But now it looks like since we're going down another bad ending route, it doesn't look like we're going to get to go inside. So we never, I guess we're not going to find out Elena's being held here in this, like, story. It's mad dusty. It's dusty. It's cracks on the wall. Like, jeez. Okay. We heard a man's voice out of the blue. Yep, so now we meet him in the hallway this time around.
リーを探してたんだよ。ヤンからの差し入れ
I didn't want to be here. I'm not saying nothing.
好きにしていいのか
He cocked his head, then suddenly yanked me toward him. No! Stop! What are you doing? Lee looked confused and I turned pale. Faye and Lon stepped in.
違うよ。
Right? That's not the present. You were not. I'm not your present. Eat the nasty. Oh, goodness.
この子はヤンの女だよ。
Yep.
見せびらかそうと思って連れて
Get
き
away
た
from
だけ
me.
ね。おさわり厳禁だよ。
ヤンの女か
He was like, oh. Oh, well. Lee stared at me. I couldn't help but look down to hide my face.
それよりリー、ヤンが怒ってるよ。
Mm-hmm.
怒っている何か問題でも
うん。きちんと報告。上がってないって。
You out here keeping secrets, sir. The twins and Lee started to talk about work. I looked away and tried my best not to listen to their conversation. However, Lee never looked away from me and his gaze made me feel uncomfortable. Something tells me Lee is going to have to do with the bad ending on this route. This is why. Yeah, I'm thinking we're going to end up dying because of Lee. Definitely silly old fox. I'm scared.
ねえ、帰りはちょっと
Yep,
近い
and we
にしよう
never
よ。
found out that
カチカチ
Elena was hiding there in this version. Huh? A shortcut? Lon pointed towards a really dim and clearly unsafe looking back alley.
そっちは裏路地だよな。やめといた方がいいと思うけど。
I agree. Can we not go back through the main street?
大丈夫だよ。私たち強いもん。
I'm sorry. If I live in a town where there's mafia everywhere and people are high on drugs all over the place, and y'all have already told me that this place is dangerous, why are we going through the back alley? I think she's trying to kill me.
あ、もちろんあなた一人の時はこんなとこ通っちゃダメだからね。
Okay. Lon said that as she boldly walked into the back alley.
なんて、なかなか頑張
And then you
る
go after
行く
her
よ
because you
くれぐ
stupid.
れも僕たちから離れないでね。
Right. I nodded awkwardly and followed Faye into the dark alley. Like an idiot. I noticed Faye slowing and he motioned us to stop. Is that Yang? In the dark alley there was a familiar silhouette. Beyond that was a man bent over in tattered and dirty clothes. In his hand was something shining. That's...
お前が悪いんだお前が
The man pointed his knife at Yang. He was barely articulate, yelling at Yang. His eyes were already out of focus. His body was swaying from left to right.
善悪に興味はないなどちらにしろ
Okay.
お前に
So,
渡してやる薬などないがよこせ
this is why Dare. D-A-R-E. You know the slogan. The man swiftly charged at Yang like a beast.
度胸だけは買ってやる
Oh, rip dude. As fluid as he were dancing. I'm just like, what the heck? Ugh. He's like in the alleyway, just like feral. Okay. As fluid as he were dancing, Yang cut the man with a sword curved like a claw. Yang was like, well, time for somebody to die. Wait, what wolf? The man fell wordlessly and stopped moving. Blood poured out endlessly from his body. He was already dead. Yang could have driven the man away without taking his life. The difference in their power was clear to me, but Yang mercilessly killed him. He's laughing after killing a person? I saw a glimpse of his cruelty and felt myself go pale. The fear almost felt choking. Park that bum, I feel like you're enjoying this a bit too much. Yang must have noticed us. After he put his sword away, he immediately turned around. He is covered in this man's blood!
リーのこと今報告する後で
He's cool, okay? Okay, fine. I'll give you that. For some reason, Yang seemed much colder toward Lon and Faye than usual. I couldn't say anything. Blood was splattered all over Yang's face and I couldn't look at him. I just held my breath and trembled in fear. Yang spoke to me. I was trying to! Blame them little kids! Okay. Without stopping, Yang walked past me and out of the alley. How was that caring? I'm confused. What?
さっきのあれ放置しといたら他の人間に危害を加えるかもしれないからね。
Okay.
わざと煽って手を出させたんでしょ。
What if Yang was really caring, he would not be filling these streets with drugs like this. I'm just saying.
下っ端に掃除させればいいのに自分でやるのもやんらしいけど
暇つぶしも兼ねてるんでしょ。
That's more likely. He was like, oh, I'm bored. Let me go stab some people outside. Then does that mean Yang did it for the safety of the people in Valena? But somehow I don't believe that's all. Despite what the twins said, I was skeptical. I just couldn't understand Yang.
もういいでしょ。帰るよ。
Right. Before I left the back alley, I stopped. I looked back at the man drenched in blood and prayed that his soul would be saved. I mean, look, I'm having a moment. I rushed to follow the twins who were going ahead of me. Whew.
久しぶりにヤンの装甲さばきを見たね相変わらずかっこいい
僕も大人になったらあんな風に二刀流するよ、ラン。
Ugh. See, now he want two swords. I can't even have one. Do you see how unfair this is?
もう2年もすれば背が伸びて腕力もついて
Sorry.
かっ
There we
こい
go. What's Shungle?
い。ヤンの武器の名前だよ。さっき見たでしょ。普通の剣とは形
I
が
mean,
違
it's
っ
a pretty
て
cool
るの。
looking sword. I'll give him that. It's a very cool sword. Yeah, I've never seen a sword like that.
あれは本国でも使う人が少ないけどヤンのお気に入りだよ似合うよねちなみに
Okay. They should give her a plastic knife.
私の武器は
I mean, or at least a butter knife. I could do damage with a butter knife. Or I could, you know, the plastic knife may work. I could just plastic cut the crap out of somebody. Give me something. She got a whole green dragon crescent blade and I can't get a knife.
ラン、名前長いからって普段は略して清流島って呼んでるよね。
だってそっちの方がずっと言いやすいんだもん
Ugh.
歯のところに清流の模様があるのが名前の由来なんだよ。
フェイも見せてあげたら流用と
I mean, his is cool too.
いいけど
That's really cool. I wish I had that.
これが僕の獲物。歯が少し曲がってて幅が広いのが
I mean, I could really slice some people with that too. Why don't I get a sword? I remember the last time they saved me. They used their weapons easily. Despite being so young, they must have experienced so many battles. I returned to the base with the twins. With nothing to do, I borrowed the kitchen so I could bake the bread I promised the twins for saving me the other day. Despite not being used to the kitchen, I was able to bake the bread in time for Yumcha. I walked down the hall with it in hand. Oh.
荷物が多い。手伝う。
Oh, thank you. You're Orlok, right? He took the plate from me and nodded slightly. It's time for Yumcha. Would you like to join us, Orlok?
このお菓子はそのため？
Yeah. I asked Lana and Faye if I could use the kitchen. He fell silent, thinking about something.
俺は行かない。この組織の人間と。
That's fair. I don't want to get close to these people either, but, you know, you have no choice when you're kidnapped, so. I see. Orlok looked at me timidly and muttered, looking troubled.
あなたはいい人なのに。どうしてヤンの
I
女
sensed the
になった
judgment. Don't you judge me, sir. I'm doing what I have to do to survive. What? Nah. That's right. I forgot that's what the others know me as.
聖書にもあるから俺も知ってる。
He was like, love drives people crazy, but even so, girl, you picked real bad. And then Orlok fell silent. I couldn't say anything in return.
じゃあ俺はもう行く。
See you. Orlok placed the treats on the table and immediately walked off. A second later, the twins bounded into the dining
ね
hall.
えねえ、台所で何作ったの？
Sure did.
なんだかいい匂いがするね。
I made some sofoglia. Let's all eat it together.
すごい。
よかったね、ラン。
Mm-hmm. I promised you, didn't I? And besides, you saved me today, too. So this is my way of paying you back.
俺なんてそんな。私が言いたいく
They're
らい
so
だな。
adorable. It's easy to forget that they could stab you in 2 seconds.
じゃあ僕もちょっともらおうかな。もらう権利あるよね。
It's like part of me wants to be like, get the heck out of here. What are you children doing in the mafia? And the other part of me is like, they could stab me. I should mind my business. Okay. Of course, it would make me happy if you liked it.
今日はいつもより特別なとっても素敵なヤムチャになりそうね。そうだ、私いいこと考えた。せっかくのヤムチャなんだから。
Okay.
そんな地味な格好じゃ。
So this is what happened last time. So either, I think either Lee will be related to this bad ending or the clothing change is going to be related to this bad ending. What?
貸してあげるね。
No. Lon didn't let me say no and she grabbed my hand and yanked me out of the hole.
いってらっしゃい。
Okay.
見て見て、チャイナドレス。普段の洋服よりこっちの方が断然いい。
I like my usual boring clothes though. Lon bought me the dresses from her room and laid a few designs
綺
out.
麗でしょ。このドレスは全部本国から持ってきてもらったんだよ。
I see. She looked to be having so much fun, so I couldn't say
そ
no.
うだ。あなたには今度本国のお菓子も分けてあ
This
げる
just reminded me I need to order my snack box from Tokyo Treat.
船が来ると
I saw a couple of good things in the January box, and I was like, you know what? I'd like some snacks. A ship from the mainland? Is there an import ship? As I was thinking about that, I realized there was no time to be thinking about ships. Girl, it's important. They're importing drugs. Oh, God. You want me to wear this?
そうだよ。
I can't. I don't know how.
無理じゃないよ。わがまま言わないでね。
You are a brat, not me.
あんまり抵抗されちゃ
That
ったら
sounds good. Yeah, I went to go look at the box, and I think there's gonna be like a peach drink in it and like some special flavored Kit Kats. And I was like, I usually don't like Kit Kats, but I'm open to trying new flavors of Kit Kats. What? That's so aggressive. But she wouldn't stop. Lon reached out toward me as if she was attacking me and took my clothes off. They got me wearing this outfit. I'ma get stabbed.
ああ、ちゃんと着れたんだね。ランのサイズだったのに。パツン
Yeah,
パ
you
ツンだね
think? I'm at least taller than her.
いいでしょう。なかなか卑猥で。
Lon was like, I'm gonna set her up. For some reason, the other two were nodding at one another, but I felt quite differently. I was so embarrassed I started to tremble. The dress that Lon lent me was so short, the slits ran up too high, and I felt like my underwear was about to show. And the chest area was widely exposed, too. I can't wear this! I wanted to move, but just then the members of the Laoshu entered.
なんだ嬢ちゃん、すげえ
I mean, she couldn't give me, like, a coat to put on to, like, okay.
今度からずーっとその服着ててくれよ。俺、普段の学校は地味だって。
She out here getting me stabbed. I'm pretty sure, I'm definitely sure this bad ending is going to be because I'm wearing this outfit. I want to get out of here. I was on the verge of tears, but Lon put her hand on my shoulder and laughed.
せっかくだし。
No! Why would I wear this all the time? Oh, God.
災難だね。 でも僕たちの言うことに逆らったら殺すから。
So I die if I don't wear the clothes. I die if I wear the clothes. This is terrible. So I don't have the right to refuse. I arranged the snacks on the table with trembling hands, then carried the tea over to each person. I was so embarrassed my face felt on fire.
いいぞもうちょっとで見える
Ugh! Nasty men.
頼むあと少し
Go find some other women! Okay. The men around me were cheering me on. I'm so embarrassed I'm going to die. Okay, question for the chat. What is like a clothing choice that you made that you instantly regretted? Whether it ended up being too tight or too loose or wasn't coordinated the way you thought. What was like a clothing choice that you were like, I should have rethought this? Or I'm so embarrassed I'm going to die, like video game me. Both my face and ears were hot, and then I was too scared to move anymore. Just then,
随分と騒がしいな。
the angel of death arrives. Yang came in looking annoyed. That's a hard one. Yeah, I'm thinking I wore something. I wore like a black shirt, and it was like a red vest thing over it. But like the vest was like red and black striped. And then I had on some jeans that were too big. And then I had sneakers on because I didn't have any nice shoes to wear with it. And it looked a hot mess. And I ran into somebody I knew from school at the store. And I was like, I feel awful right now. I look terrible. I threw this on. I forgot people could see me in the store. I was like, I literally threw this on so I could just go to the store with my mom real quick. I did not expect to see anybody. And I saw those like, I kept looking down at my feet. And I was like, you really wore these tennis shoes that do not match with this outfit. And these baggy, too big jeans that are sagging. I was so upset with myself. Yang came in looking annoyed, but stopped. He looked slowly from my toes to my chest. Suddenly, he was expressionless. Yeah, it was really bad, Park that bum. Huh? In the next second, Yang roughly grabbed my arm and stormed out of the dining hall. Things were moving quickly in a direction I hadn't anticipated. This is what's gonna get me murdered, I'm telling y'all. As soon as we entered the room, Yang yanked my arm and threw me onto the bed. And as I fell onto the bed, he mounted me. What? What are you doing? Stop! Yang grabbed the collar of my cheongsam and tore the cloth without mercy. Don't! I hid my suddenly exposed chest. He didn't look away, nor did he change his expression as he spoke in a low whisper.
誰に与えられた？
The little girl did! Kill her! Not me! There was no warmth in his eyes, and I froze, unable to move.
お前の所有権は俺にある。あまり
See,
勝手な真似をするな。
I should have stabbed him. If somebody gave me a knife, I wouldn't be in this situation. My mind couldn't follow with what he meant by that. But there was one thing that I felt. Is he seriously angry? Usually he had a sinister smirk on his face, but I'd never seen him truly angry. His cold eyes weren't glaring, but rather quietly looking at me. That alone made me tremble, and I almost cried out of fear. Once I went to a restaurant with friends wearing a shirt that said Swagnificent. Was it like a real like upscale restaurant and you walked in with the Swagnificent shirt and people were like, you've put me in a bad mood, so until I'm out of it, you'd better entertain me. I knew what he was asking for, and I immediately felt my body freeze. No! He pinned me down and I whimpered. Yang ignored me and covered my lips with his to quiet me. Family restaurant. Oh, okay. As his kiss deepened with his other hand, he began to rip away the dress I was wearing. I tried to stop the tears from flowing, but my body wouldn't listen. This poor girl! I didn't know what would set Yang off, so I just stopped resisting and gave up. I closed my eyes, waiting for it all to be over. Still embarrassing. Was it just the Swagnificent? It was like, nobody says that. Yep, okay, so that whole conversation went different. He just decided he was going to do what he did, and then that was it. Wow. I had those fake glasses with the chain mustache. Oh, I remember. I think I know what those are. All right, we're going to die. My mind still felt hazy. My body tired. I was in pain everywhere. I hear a voice from inside the room. I didn't realize Yang was on the phone with someone.
そうか。 だが今後は勝手な真似をするね。ああ、
Death is
それで
imminent.
いい。よくやった。褒美？俺の女が気に入った。
Ah, I knew it! It was either the outfit or it was Lee.
いいだろう、リー。女はお前にくれてやる。さっさと引き取りに来い。
Yang hung up and left the room without even looking over at the bed. I still couldn't move. I didn't realize that the phone call he had just decided my fate. What was about to unfold to me was a life with being toyed around with and living without feeling even pain. Wow! The end. Okay. So, connecting these dots with the dots that happened last time. Remember last time we saw Elena was in that room with Lee and she was all drugged up and like literally did whatever he told her to do? That's probably what happened to me in this ending. Wow. I'm so disposable to this man. Yeah, that's probably what happened. Park that bum. Oh, goodness. I'm so disposable to this man. Nothing about this, like, he's had one likable moment so far, and that was when he gave us the new clothes and was like, these will look better on you, and left the room. So far, he's been wild. All right. Now, back on the trajectory of the good route, because that was bad ending 3. Okay. So, we need to get back on track to the best ending. All right, here we go. This is wild. All right. So, best ending. This was after he gave me the new clothes. Oop, and I dropped my top. Wonderful. The day after Yang gifted me the cheongsam. See, he already starting to order me around. I don't have time for this. Okay. I entered the dining hall in the cheongsam as Yang ordered. I felt a breeze around my legs. The slit was higher than I anticipated, so my thighs were exposed with every step. It was so embarrassing. At least our boobs aren't out anymore. As soon as Lan saw me, her eyes twinkled and she yelled out. That's why I said at least our boobs aren't out anymore. Cause I mean, personally, sometimes I got clothes where you see the cleavage, but her, she freaks out anytime anything happens to her. So I'm like, at least for her, the boobs are covered up. The other men didn't know how to react, watching Yang carefully. Seeing that he wasn't particularly upset, they all looked relieved and spoke up. Ew, you pervert! Thank you. Thank you, Lon, for having my back, cause I'm happy to be alive. Well, personally, I feel shy about wearing it. Shy about wearing it. Who was spell checking this game? But I think it's a very lovely dress. It's beautiful. I meant it. If I weren't the one wearing it, I would have said it from the beginning. She's way too happy. And Yang is like, whatever. Yang completely ignored Lan's excitement. Alright, here we go. Got a meanwhile story. What's happening? What broken down dirty house? Oh, is this where Orlok stays? I heard a bird tapping on the window with its beak. I opened the window to let the carrier pigeon in. I took the note from its foot and read the message. Okay, we're learning more about your excellency now? I sighed with relief, impressed by his decision. None of the Laoshu believed in God, the heathens. Hey, let's not judge people!
陛下の判断は正しい。
I never questioned or felt resistance toward any order he has given me.
でも一つだけ
Okay. Oh. He's worried about me.
彼女をあそこに残していくことだけは
At least somebody's worried
気が
about
かり
me.
だ。
Nobody else seems to be. Yang completely ignored Lon's excitement. Maybe it was because he'd just woken up or that he was wholly uninterested. I'm sure it's a little bit of both. Look, as long as we're alive, he can be uninterested. I changed my mind. This cheongsam wasn't a good gift at all. During our meal, Yang had me on his lap and occasionally put his hand through the slit to stroke my thigh. This man! Keep your hands to yourself! I somehow finished my meal and Yang let me off his lap. I sighed with relief.
例の船のことでちょっと。
Ooh, the ship. Okay. As soon as Yang heard that, he looked at me. He gonna ask me to leave.
お前は部屋に
Yep, I knew it. I'm trying to listen to the dirt, sir. Right? I'm kind of like, stop touching me. Yes, I will. Ever since I arrived here, Yang rarely sent me back to the room like this. But if I were to listen in on their conversation, I'd expose myself to greater danger, right? I don't see nothing. I don't hear nothing. I'm not saying nothing. I didn't know what was going on, but I did as Yang instructed and left the dining hall. No! I was walking down the hall when Lon and Faye followed me.
あの
Aww.
ドレスのことなんだけど、
You're forgiven. Possibly.
悪気はなかったの、私。
It's fine. I understand. She is such a forgiving person.
そうだよ。問題なのはヤンの方だよね。
Agreed. I thought about Faye's comment. Oh, okay, hold on. We have a choice coming up. I was surprised to see Yang so angry. Yes, save first. Save, cause... Okay, I was surprised to see Yang so angry. I never imagined I would see him that angry. I was so scared.
すごく怒ってたよね。私もびっくりしちゃったの。
So, is it unusual for Aang to be mad like that?
うん。ヤンはしょっちゅう怒るけど、でもあんな怒り方するのはめったにないよ。
I mean, that's true. He seems like the kind of person who, like, he would be mad, but not, like, rage-filled mad. He would be, like, seething, quietly mad, and then just chop your head off. But, like, to be vocally mad and yelling, I don't see that.
ヤンは自分の感情を抑えないんだよ。だからたまにああやって、
Stop making excuses for him. He is an adult. Hi, new viewers. We are playing Piofiore Faded Memories. Right now, I'm being held captive by the Chinese mafia, and Yang got pissed at me yesterday, so the kids are trying to smooth it over.
思いもよらない形で現れることがあるよ。付き合いの長い僕たちもなかなか読めな
I
い。
mean, I would assume a person who's insane would be difficult to read.
でもあなたが無事で本当によかった。
I'm glad I'm safe, too.
僕もあの時はもうダメかなって、殺されるかなって思ってたよ。
Yeah. So I guess I really was in danger yesterday. Hearing them say that, I couldn't help but wonder how I was still alive. Maybe this is all him acting on a whim. This was the moment I truly realized that Yang had complete control over my fate. I mean, if you didn't understand this from the last 3 chapters of hell that we've been through. Yes? I hadn't noticed that my thoughts had drifted. Lon called me back to the moment. What is it, Lon?
ね、あなたが昨日作ってくれたスフォリテーラ
Uh-huh.
ちょっと違うよ。スフォリアテッラ。
Sfogliatella.
スフォリアテーラちゃんと食べたのよ。温かいうちに。
Uh-huh.
すごく
Aw.
美味しかったの。
You are welcome, and don't get me in any more trouble. Because I'm not trying to die. I have a whole long life that I would like to live. Really? I'm so glad. I couldn't help but smile knowing she had enjoyed it. Lon blushed and began to
あの
fidget.
ねあの
I knew she was going to ask that. So, you got any more?
作ってほしいなって
Sure. Ever since I arrived here, you two have been taking such good care of me. If you're okay with what I make, I'm happy to do it anytime.
それなら僕もまた食べてあげるよ。もし残ったらもったいないしね。
Uh-huh. He's like, sure, I guess I could eat it. Lon smiled happily, and the standoffish face seemed happy as well. Seeing them behave as children was cute, and I felt warmth spreading through my heart. But at the same time, I felt homesick. I wonder how everyone's doing at the church. I remembered how I used to make treats for the children at the church, so I started to feel a little lonely. Does the church even know that I'm missing? Do they even care? Okay, after parting ways with the twins, I returned in my room and opened the book I was reading. It's difficult going about my day in a cheongsam. I have to be careful about the slip. And it seems very expensive, so I feel guilty wearing it on a daily basis. Oh, pardon me. As such thoughts crossed my mind, I delved into the book world. Some time had passed since I started to read. Oh! Yang suddenly barged into the room and threw what he had in hand toward me. Oh, God. Without thinking, I caught it. What is this?
ゆうべ、本国から船が来た。
Is it the drugs?
ていたものも届いた。
I looked down at what I was holding. Aww! Did he get me a stuffed panda? No, we can't love him. We can't. He's dangerous. He's dangerous. But in this moment... Hold on. In this moment, this was very sweet. This is a stuffed panda toy. I stared at its innocent eyes in confusion. Come to think of it, I remember I had a conversation about pandas in front of Yang once. Wait, did you get this for me?
どうだかな。気が向いただけだ。
It's so cute! Filled with drugs. It could be filled with drugs, we don't know. He said beats me, I just felt like it. He imported this? Is he toying with me? Or is this his way of showing kindness? Could it be... I had no idea what Yang's intentions were. I was deeply confused. But the panda did nothing wrong, and it's adorable. I'll take good care of it. Thank you. Yang's expression didn't change, and he left the room without saying anything. A panda. I was alone in my room and locked eyes with the panda in my hands. It's so cute. I have a friend now. It was so fluffy as I ran my fingers through it, I couldn't help but hug it. During dinner, one of the men timidly approached Yang. Uh-oh.
ちょっといいですか。いや、
なんだ。
ビスコンティの準構成員が
Oh, Visconti soldier. Never mind. I was excited. Gilbert!
ああ、いや、いちいちヤンに報告するまでもないことでしたね。俺が
I mean,
適
it
当に
seems
対処します
important to me. Visconti are messaging you,
下にいるのか。
right?
ああ、
連れてこい。
I'm about to say, this seems like it would need some leadership. What? Yang is going to meet him?
明らかに相手は下っ端なんですが、それでもヤンが合いますか。
Girl, I mean, dude, seriously? Just don't ask questions.
わざわざ狩猟が出なくても、リーあたりに対応投げていいと思うんですが。
いい。ちょうど暇をしていたところだ。俺が相手をしてやる。
Then I'll return to my room.
構わん。ここにいる。
Ooh, I get to stay! What? But
自分の組織を裏切る人間など、どうせ大した情報も持たない下っ端だ。
you think, but if I hear something I'm not supposed to hear, I'm about to get my throat slit.
お前に聞かれて困る話でもあるまい。
Alright, guess I'm staying. I felt awkward being present, but it wouldn't be wise to go against it and upset Yang. I silently stayed where I was.
狩猟が直接
Right? Just blend yourself in with the wall and stand very still. The man seemed to be really surprised and looked at Yang with disbelief. Yang didn't seem to be bothered and asked his question in an indifferent tone.
お前は 情報と引き換えに
He gonna kill this
何を
man.
望む
金だ。
Yeah, this man gonna die.
それと身の安全を保証してくれ。ビスコンティ
They're
は
gonna
裏切り
take this
者を許さない
information from this man and slit his throat. What do you guys think? You think this man is gonna live or die after giving up this information? I think he's going to die. Also, hello, new viewers. We are playing Piofiore Faded Memories. Hope y'all are having a good Monday. We are currently hanging out with the, well, more accurately, we were kidnapped by the Laoshu family. And now the Visconti family has a traitor who is sending the Laoshu family information. And I think they're going to kill this traitor once he tells them what he has to say.
いいだろうそれに値する情報であればな
At Yang's prompting gaze, the man quivered as he started to
ギ
speak.
ルバートはクレタに蔓延しているカラメッラの件でかなり腹を立てている。
Caramella is a drug.
次の会合の夜、ビアピエトロ通りで
Oh,
あんたらを襲撃するつもりだ。
Okay, now I'm wondering if this dude even has accurate information. Like, I wonder maybe if Gilbert sent him there to lie and was like, tell him I'm gonna attack him on the Via Pietro just to get him out in the open. I don't know. My brain's going places with this. Okay.
話はそれだけか
Okay.
おう
That's important though. Yang, really? This man just bought you a death threat.
くだらん退屈すぎてあくび出んなその程度こちらの予想の範疇にするもう少し有益な情報
He's like, well, you're gonna die.
時間の無駄だ
You betrayed your family for nothing.
待ってくれ。
Right, he gave you
俺の名前
concrete
まで言ったんだ
stuff.
ぞ。
The man pushed on and Yang's eyes narrowed. That alone sent a chill through the air.
票がそがれた俺が直々に遊ぶまでもない
Yang looked at the twins and pointed toward the man with his
Oi.
chin. I knew
そ
it!
こに相手をしてやれ
He's dead. Rip dude.
もう自分で会うことにしたんだからちゃんと責任
Ooh,
持ってよ
man.
やん
Can you can you imagine seeing two kids standing there with these big old swords and the guy being like, go ahead, do whatever y'all want with him. When the man when the man saw the twins taking out their weapons, he turned pale.
頼む、見逃してくれ。
Well, you shouldn't have came here. You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes.
あんたに有益じゃなかったとしても、ラオ州に迷惑をかけたわけじゃないだろう。
お前は俺の貴重な時間を使わせた
That's worse than causing
ラオ
problems.
州の頭を煩わせるような愚か者
He said, I'm gonna kill you because you wasted my time. This man is evil. Wait, Yang, you don't have to kill him. He certainly hadn't committed a crime deserving of death. I couldn't help but stop him, but Yang glared at me with cold eyes.
黙れ
Okay, I didn't say anything.
やめてくれ。殺さないで。
Dang! Right in front of me! Oh, goodness. How could he take a life so easily? I could still hear the man's scream ringing in my ears. Even the table of food had splatters of blood, creating ominous designs on the cloth. Now you done ruined the
遅かれ早
food!
かれ裏切りは露呈するあれでレッドフォードは甘くないどうせ死ぬ男だならば今殺して
Why am I not
も変わら
surprised
ない
that's his logic? Well, Gilbert would have killed him anyway. I don't understand. He would buy me a dress and a panda and all the things I needed to live here. Despite his being part of the mafia, I had begun to see a nicer side to him. How could his emotions fluctuate like this? He welcomed the man in, then killed him. He doesn't even think he did anything wrong.
片付けます。おい、手を貸せ。ああ。
Psh, I need to get the hell out of here. Appearing accustomed to it, the men gathered the man's ruthlessly murdered corpse and took it elsewhere. Yang didn't say anything more to me and walked out of the dining hall looking bored. Lan and Fei wiped their weapons and put them away, then looked at me frozen in place.
ヤンのやることに何言っても無駄だよ
They're like, you'll get used to it.
もう変わらない
People die around here.
あなたものすごく運がいいよ。口挟んだのにまだ
Why do they
死んでない
always
の
have to remind me I haven't been murdered yet? Okay.
さすがお気に入りだね。
Do I want to be this man's favorite? Okay, hold on. Am I supposed to read this story? Yes, okay. Let's go. Dante! Every time I see this room, I get excited because I'm like, it's Dante, somebody who makes sense. That night, we were having a meeting in my office.
ヤンの手元に彼女がいることは確かだが、先日の会合ではあまり踏み込めなかった。
仕方ないよ。他の組織に彼女の重要性を
Oh, how I miss
知られてしまうのは
Nicola.
握手だからね。
At least I knew how crazy Nicola was.
だが、彼女は早急に我々の手
And
元を
also,
取り
am I
戻さ
ever
なけれ
gonna
ば
find out why I'm so daggone important? The time for choosing our options was
多少
over.
強引でも代償があったとしても、このまま彼女をヤンの手元に置いておくことだけは避けなけれ
Please
ば。
come rescue me, sir. You're taking forever. I fell silent. Nicholas sighed and gave a wry smile as though he had mixed feelings.
わかった。僕も何か手を考えるよ。他にも一つ相談があるんだけど。
Okay.
話せ。
近頃、クレタやファルチェに出回るようになったカラメッラのこと。
Yeah, what about these drugs?
これは多分、ベレーノで流通している紅ボタンの別名だろう。
Yeah. This is insane.
これ以上ファルツォーネの土地に、いや、この町に蔓延
See,
する
I'm
前に
like, okay,
流
at
通を止め
least
たい。
Nicola and Dante are mafia, but they have some limits. They're like, drugs is kind of a, we don't want that in our town. Whereas Yang is like, "Pff, I'm getting money. I don't care."
同感だ。ギルバートに連絡を取るか。
そうだね。その方が僕たちだけで勝手に
So
動く
he
よ
and
り
Gilbert are
効
probably
率
gonna
が良
tag
さそう
team the
だ。
Lao Shu. Oh, right. I'm not his favorite. The reason why Yang hasn't killed me yet is because he's going to use me when the time is right. That's all. Right? This man doesn't have favorites. Oh, I love how the panda's just sitting on the desk now. That is so cute. A few days later, I was reading a book when the door suddenly flew open.
ヤン報告に来たよ
Okay.
ってヤンいないの？
Nope. No, he's not back yet.
今日はどこにも出かけない
You thought he was gonna listen to you? Okay.
急いで調べてすぐ報告に来いって言うから僕たち頑張った
I
の
don't
ね
know why y'all thought this man was gonna listen to you.
ねえもしヤンが帰ってきたらすぐ教えてくれる
Sure.
無理だよラン。僕たちこれからヤンを探し回るでしょ。
Yeah, y'all do that. Get out of my
教え
face.
てもらいようがないね
No, I don't want to know. It is so much better for my life that they keep secrets from me. Like, seriously.
そういうこと。ほら早く探しに行こう。
I mean, as far as the plot goes, it's frustrating that they're keeping secrets from me. But I would much rather live.
そうだね今日はヤンが出ていくところ誰も見てないらしいし
The twins leapt out just as they came in, leaving in search of Yang. I was left in the room for a while. I suddenly remembered something and closed the book I was reading. Uh-oh, what did I remember? I was right. Yang was on the rooftop looking down at the city. He didn't turn around, but I know he knew I was there. Yang, Lon and Faye were looking for you. It seems to be very urgent.
そうか。
Yang responded but didn't move. I couldn't help but sigh. It would likely be faster for the twins to find him up there than for Yang to move himself.
おい。
Huh? See how he just orders me around like I'm a puppy? No, I don't want to go over there. Yang grabbed my wrist and pulled me in. Somehow we ended up lying down together. Sir! You and your disrespect for boundaries. Do I finally get to see the Cheongsam? A little bit of it. Huh? What are you doing?
おとなしくしろ。
But, sir, this roof is dirty. I wish he'd just tell me why he's doing this. Ever since the incident with the Visconti, I felt a distance with Yang. Rather, I suppose you could say that I'd been avoiding him. It'd been a while since I felt his body close to mine. Wait, is he going to sleep? Here? He looks like he's sniffing her. Exactly, it's so creepy. The afternoon sun was warm, but when the wind blew, it was a bit chilly. It really is autumn now. Huh?
動くな。
Yang had suddenly pulled me in closer and whispered in my ear. Okay. I could feel his warmth in the chilly air. Wait, was he trying to warm up? Yang appeared to be sleepy and spoke even less than usual. When I was first brought here, it was nighttime. On a sunny afternoon like this, I could see the church in the distance. One day I should just run up to the roof and just start waving and yell help at somebody and see if they see me. They'll probably just ignore me. The warm sun felt nice, and eventually I began to feel sleepy as well. Oh, God. Oh! I opened my eyes slightly and gasped. Yang's face was even closer than before.
目が覚めたか。今日のお前は随分と積極的だったな。
What? Come to think of it, I think I reached out to him for warmth because I started to shiver. Was I the one who grabbed onto Yang? I'm going back to the room. I'm like, nope. No attachments are being formed here. I hurriedly looked away and I got up quickly from Yang.
好きにしろ。
Yang spoke in an uninterested tone. It seems like Yang woke up before me. Was he waiting for me to wake up? No, that can't be. See, I don't know if I find it cute that he's softening towards us or scary. About a month passed since I had been abducted by the Lao Shu. I hadn't been able to return to the church yet, so I was worried about how everyone was doing. And I saw Elena the other day. So many things were uncertain that I couldn't see the future. I wanted to stop thinking. We gotta rescue Elena, because that girl is high off of all kinds of drugs. I want to go home. Despite those thoughts, I had no choice but to remain here.
今日のお茶はダーホンパオだよ。甘みが強くて香りがはっきりしてるの。
Ooh, I love a sweet tea.
甘さと香りと深みと全部が揃っててとにかく美味
Wonder
し
if
いん
they
だ
sell
って。
this near me.
ありがたい。
Oh, never mind. Rare and expensive. Pass.
お高いんだよ。
It really does smell good. Lon and Faye poured the tea and I arranged the snacks. There were some fried sesame balls along with bucinato, a confection from Italy's Apulia region. The pastry is made of thick tart dough and filled with cream and syrup. Okay, look. I need to go to Italy, because clearly that's where the good confectionery stuff is at. I made 2 types of bucinato, one with cherry jam and one with ricotta cheese. Oh, I love a good cheese-filled dessert. Okay.
美味しそう。粉砂糖が
Right? Park that bum. I'm
かか
jealous.
っててすごく
I need to find an Italian confectionery somewhere near me. Maybe in DC. Maybe they'll have one in DC. Everyone reached for the
相
snacks.
変わらずジョーちゃんの菓子はうまいな。見た目も洒落てるしよ。そうか。まずくねえのはわかるけどな。俺は国の食い物の方が性に合ってる。
Fair.
文句言うなら食べなくていいよ。その
Lon was like, don't disrespect my friend. I eat it for you then. It's okay, Lon. Everyone should just eat what they prefer. Here, there's some sesame balls too. You don't have to eat everything.
まあ、そうだな。
あなたがそう言うなら
I'm like, look, I'm trying to have peace here. While everyone was arguing, Yang never joined in, quietly sipping his tea and eating the snacks. I had made a few different snacks already, but he never once said that they were delicious. However, he has never expressed a dislike for them either. I guess he likes it in his own way, or maybe he doesn't care about the taste. Come to think of it, Lon and Faye, do you know where Orlok went? I was going to invite him today, but he seemed to not be in his room.
知らない。時々どこかに出かけて
Orlok is like, I'm not
そんなことあるよね
associating with y'all. Y'all are terrible.
あんなやつにわざわざ構うことないよ。
Yeah.
好きにさせておけばいいでしょ。
I still couldn't help but care about him. I love Italy, especially Northern. I want to go so bad and eat all the snacks and try all the pasta and sip all the wine and eat all the pizza. Now I made myself sad. Okay. Curse you, pandemic. Arisal. Hi, Arisal. I feel you. I feel like eating Italian food because of this otome. I'm like, every time I play this, somebody's eating something delicious and I feel jealous. He used to pray at the church a lot. I don't think he's a bad person. But it's not like I'm close to him either.
天使が神託を誰に授けたの
He
か
did ask us this.
聞いたことは
Okay, so this was a scene that I left out earlier. Orlok asked us, did we hear of the person to whom the angel left the message? So he was talking about how when the church was built, it was built because an angel left somebody a message. But nobody was ever able to track which angel it was. Whereas in, I think it was France, they said it was documented, but it was never documented here. So who knows? I remember he asked me that very intently back at the church. He must be very devout. After I was done serving, I looked up and my eyes met Yang's. His gaze and demeanor told me to come. I don't want him bothering me. I hesitated, but walked over. He pulled me close and made me sit on his lap as usual. This has become the norm, so none of the Laoshu made mention of it anymore. They're like, oh, there he go.
どのお菓子も美味しいよね
I'm like, does he think I'm a dog or something? Like, Jesus.
おかげでランちょっと太ったんじゃないの
Ugh. Mind your business, Faye.
いや、次の取引ですが、
Ooh,
近いう
next
ちに
deal.
準
What
備
deal?
が整いそうです。
そうか。口うるさい連中への土産話の一つにはなるだろうな。
Who?
今は本国からの連絡を待ってます。よほどのことがなければ予定通りに進むかと。
Okay. I stayed silent, minding my own business. I was on Yang's lap when he looked at me.
何も食べていないな。お
Huh?
前も何か食べろ。
Wait till you play his bad end. Oh, God. So far, I haven't got to the tragic ending yet. But I have played the bad ending where we fell down the steps, the bad ending where I was given to his men as a slave, and the bad ending where I was given to Lee as a slave. So I've played 3 of the bad endings, but I haven't got to like the tragic one yet. Oh, goodness. Also, RSL, have you played all the routes in the game? So far, I've just played Nicholas, so this one is my second one. But I feel bad eating on top of your lap. I might dirty your clothes.
いつも食べているだろう。
That's only when you force me to. I couldn't possibly say that to Yang. I gave up and chose a snack. I wonder which one will have the fewest crumbs. I chose a bun with meat in it that looked easy to eat and started to nibble on it. It was perfectly salted, and the ground meat and tea together gave it a refreshing taste. Nah, I've only played Nicola and Yang's route so far. Okay, cool. He's bad, but I still want to hold his hand. I mean, he has some moments where I've been like, okay, he's cute. When he gave us the panda, he was cute. When he gave us the clothes, he was cute. And now that he's concerned that we haven't eaten anything, I find that cute too. But I still don't trust him at all. I'm getting used to this. Of course, I'm still scared of Yang and not always comfortable, but... Okay, I'm gonna listen in on their conversation because, I mean, I'm here, so why wouldn't I? I listened to what Yang and his men were talking about.
今回の取引、リーも動いていたのか？
Okay.
はい今回はリーが中心になって話を進めてくれたんですんなりことが
For
運び
now,
ました
I still think Lee is about to just pull the greatest coup of all time. Okay. No, we don't like him. Okay, we don't like him. But he's not okay. I was about to say he's not bad. He is. He's completely bad. He has a softer side that I am interested in seeing get pulled out more. But I still like Nicola more. Okay. Lee, that man was the one who Elena was with. I wonder how she's doing. I was so anxious that I felt depressed. I prayed for Elena's safety.
ねえねえヤンさっきからこの子が作ったお菓子ばかり食べてるね
Oh?
そんな気に入ったの私たちも食べたいのに
See, and even though he hasn't complimented our snacks, he's still eating them.
洋菓子以外も食べている。おい。
Yang used his chin to give me a command. Huh? This? I was confused, but tried handing him the steam bun I had in my hand. Without thinking twice, Yang picked up my half-eaten snack and put it into his mouth. Oh, God! Girl, calm yourself.
ヒューヒューラブラブで熱々だね
No, we are not in love. Calm yourself. Calm down.
いつの間にそんなに仲良くなったの？私たちには教えてくれなきゃ。
Oh, God. What? We're not like that.
なんだ、直接してやろうか
Pass. No. No, thank you. Yang played it cool and peered into my eyes. At this rate, he may really kiss me. I rushed to get off his lap and gathered all the empty cups on a tray. I'll go pour us some more tea. Good. Find an exit. With that, I left. Did Yang change, or did I? Although it was small, I felt it signaled a change about to happen. At least I felt we had become closer than ever. Oh, God, what is her definition of close? If it's now, could I consult him about Elena? No, wait like 2 more weeks. At night, Yang didn't return to the room despite the late hour. I decided I wanted to talk to him, but I couldn't just wait around for him to arrive. I headed to the rooftop. Oh, Jesus. Yang's shadow emerged under the starry sky against the backdrop of shining neon lights. I love the art in this game. Like, just the glow coming from the windows is so pretty. There's no way Yang wouldn't know I was here. However, he never once turned around. It reminded me of the first time we met. Why do you always come to the rooftop?
特に意味はない。俺はしたいと思ったことをするだけだ。
Okay.
いちいち自分の行動にあれこれと言い訳をつけるような真似は
I mean, clearly the rooftop is a place that brings him peace, though, right?
どんな理由があるのか知りたければお前が考えろ。
Yang spoke in an obstinate way, unwilling to explain his actions. Yang, I heard that much and I think I understood. During my days here, it did seem like Yang was living in the moment. It was evidenced by his intense mood swings, which he had no desire to control.
それで何をしに来た
Right? I am totally fine sleeping by myself. I wanted to talk to you about something. About my friend who was at Lee's. I chose my words carefully and explained to Yang the situation Elena was in. After hearing me out, Yang looked away and thought.
その女を助けろというのか
Yes, please. She is being drugged every day. Help her. I thought you were the only one who could.
そこまでしてやる義理は
I knew it. He was like, I don't care about this girl. I was hoping my relationship with Yang would help, but I was shown how naive I was.
それにその女の状況はまだマシな方だ
How can her situation be worse than being drugged every day? Okay, not even gonna ask this question. I don't want to know the answer. What do you mean by...
もう寝る部屋に戻るぞ
That means don't say nothing else. Yang didn't answer me. He grabbed my arm and pulled me away from the rooftop. Yang ended up not telling me anything more than that. The following day, Lon and Faye took me to walk around Veleno.
みんなでお使い楽しいね。
No. Yes, it's a good way for me to get my mind off things. We chatted as we walked when suddenly we heard someone yelling on the other side of the street. What's going on? Girl, don't ask no questions.
揉めてるみたいだけどランどっちか知ってる
A man with bloodshot eyes was shouting something at a boy.
お前今俺の足を踏んだだろ
Okay. Really? This is what the fight is about? He stepped on his foot? Grow up.
あ踏んでねえって言ってんだろ嘘だ踏んだに決まってる
Oh.
お前が俺の薬を
That's
盗ん
what
だ
the
んだ
fight is about. Of course it's about these drugs.
はお前何言ってんだ
Run!
知らないね。どっちもラオ州の人間じゃないと思う。
Oh, goodness.
だよねじゃあ放っておこう
He's
よ
like, it's not our
僕
business
たちは
then.
お使いしなくちゃだしあんまり見ない方がいいよ絡まれても面
Yeah.
倒なだけだから
I agree. We should probably mind our business. Right. I nodded awkwardly and followed the twins. But I couldn't help but worry that the two of them were about to get into a brawl. Okay, so we definitely should leave. Somebody might start pulling out guns.
ねえねえ、 今日は何か買うものある？本？それとも熊猫の織物とか？
I'd like to buy my freedom. Just some ingredients for our snacks. I don't need anything else.
本当？遠慮しなくていいのに。やんからたくさん
Shoot,
お
I
小遣い
spend
もら
that
って
on
るし。
clothes. Well, no, because then you don't know what'll make him mad. Like if you spend the money, he might get mad.
女に不自由させるのかっこ悪いからね。出すところは出さないと。
They pretty much just called me a kept woman. Ugh. Do you think
だ
so?
よ。
They gonna get me in trouble. As we walked, I saw someone lying in the middle of the road. Ah!
それもう死んでるよ。
Oh my god! People just out here dead? I was about to run over to the person when Faye coldly stopped me. The man had blood coming out of his mouth and a frozen, anguished look on his face.
ああ、これデニボタンのせいね。やりすぎ。
ほんと最近増えたよね。
How are they so casual about this? Oh, he just died from the drugs, I guess. What?
なんだよこの死体。
Exactly!
そいつやたら騒いでると思ったら急に苦しみ出してさ、最後は自分で舌を噛んでおだぶつだ。たく
This is
飯
savage.
がまずくなるもん見ちまった。
そう、早く買い物済ませて帰るよ。ヤムチャの時間に遅れちゃうからね。
Right? They're like, well, you know what? Let's just leave the dead man in the street. We'll be late for tea. What? He ended up like that because of drugs. I thought about Elena. Think we need to watch this. Yep, okay. Elena! Oh, wait, okay, this is not Elena. Gilbert, though. And my future husband. Look at him. He's so refined. I love when he comes on screen. He's just so pretty. Okay. Dante! The casino director led Dante into the room.
やあ、ダンテ。俺もちょうどお前と話す必要性を感じてたとこだ。
Okay. He looked at the director, who bowed deeply and left the room.
その顔を見るに、こちらの要件はすでに理解しているよ
It's
う
the
だ。
drugs.
ああ、うちだってラオシュウにこの町で好き勝手されちゃ困ることが5万とあるからな。ネズミ狩りならお前らファルツォーネと組んだ方が効率がいい。そっちはどうだ、ダンテ。
奴らを見過ごすわけにはいかない。それが答
They
え。
about to let the chopper sing on the Lao Shu family. I thought about Elena. In that moment, I saw him as her. Elena, please. I wanted to save her somehow. I suddenly felt anxious, realizing that the time Elena had left was limited. I'm like that girl getting dosed with drugs every day. Another day. It was time for Yumcha.
今日のお茶はソイ新茶だよ。香りは甘いけど味には渋みがあってバランスがいいんだよね。
Smells sweet but tastes a little bitter. I'm not a bitter tea person. What about you guys? Those of you who are tea drinkers in the chat, do you prefer a bitter tea or a sweeter tea? I am a sweet tea fan. I made tarali. Tarali. It's simple but delicious. A hard-baked bread adored in adored in Italy's Apulia and Campania regions. I just made some sweet tea. See? Team sweet tea.
美味しそうね。早速食べちゃおうよ。
Lon and Faye immediately reached out for the tarali. The two were eating quietly when suddenly they looked at each other. Strawberry sundae? Ooh, that sounds good. Sweet tea for sure. All right, 3 for Team Sweet Tea.
調子悪い？
Do I feel sick?
これ
Huh?
ちょっと焦げてるね。
Oh,
ちょっとだから食べられないとかそうい
they're
うの
like
じ
you.
ゃないよ。
At first, I was like, do I look pregnant? Oh God. Okay, but it's just the bread is burnt. I can deal with burnt bread.
むしろこれはこれで香ばしくて美味しいかなって感じ。僕は好きだよ。
けどお菓子を焦がすなんて初めてだよね。何かあったの？
I mean, my friend is being held as a sex slave, but you know, everything Everything's fine. No, I'm fine. It's nothing. Thanks, you two. By the time Yumcha was served, a few men had entered the cafeteria. All right. New event. Am I supposed to watch this? I keep looking to make sure, like, I'm not seeing anything I'm not supposed to see. Okay, there we go. Here we go. Whose point of view is this? Others.
理由がわからないけど、何か落ち込んでるみたいだね。
Oh, they care about me.
あの子が落ち込む理由ってやっぱり恋の悩みかも。
Girl, love. Okay.
僕の印象だと。
Thank you. Faye has common sense.
ちょっと
Faye is like love. No.
ならあんまり外に出てないから気持ちが沈んできたってところかしらね。
そう？僕の記憶
Right?
では昨日も一緒に
I was like, wait a second. I thought I was allowed to leave the house now.
まあ、ランが気になるなら散歩とか買い物とか誘ってみる？
Why are y'all not smart?
それもいいけど。
Oh God. Last time Lon came up with an idea, I almost got murdered.
戦場デートなんてすごくロマンチックでしょ？
Girl! I don't want to be on a boat with that man!
ランの考えてることは想像つくけど、ロ
Exactly.
マンチックにはならないと思うよ。
That man will throw me off the boat and I will drown. Okay. A boat? Oh God. By the time Yumcha was served, a few men had entered the cafeteria. Among them was Lee. He must be joining today's meeting. Everyone began to sit down, but there seemed to be some time before the meal started. I took a deep breath and approached Lee, who was standing near the entrance. You better let Elena go! May I ask how Elena is doing?
あんたはこないだの。ああ、そうか。
Yes?
あの女、あんたの知
Her
り合い
name is not that woman. Her name is Elena. I hate this man. My poor Elena.
あの女ならまだ俺のところだ。
Well, I knew that.
なかなか具合のいいおもちゃだからな。楽しませてもらっている。
I would stab you if somebody in this route would give me a knife. His answer made me dizzy. Please, let her go back to the church.
返すも何も。本人は幸せそうにしている。俺は可愛がってやっているだ。
Okay, and this is why the church should have told them about the world around them. They tried to keep them confined and were like, just stay here and greet people politely, but don't go outside. What happens if you're like us and you get put in a situation where you can't help but go outside and you get kidnapped? But Elena's...
あの女を返せば俺のおもちゃがなくなる。あんたがその穴埋めをするか？
Why can't you just buy a Ouija board like a normal person? What?
あんたがあの女の代わりに俺のところに来て、俺を楽しませてくれる。
Pass.
あの女を解放してやってもいい。どうする？
I have words that I would like to say, but Lon and Faye are present, so I will let it go. I didn't know what to say.
わかったか？あんたが
Then he
しようとしてい
insults
た
me.
のはつまらない偽善だ。
I hate this dude.
自分が犠牲になるつもりもないくせに偉そうな口を。
邪魔だ。
Ooh. Oh. I didn't know when Yang had arrived, but he was standing behind Lee. Yang, go ahead and stab him. Go ahead and do it. Okay.
くだらない話はやめろ。さっさと座れ。
You had a prime opportunity to stab this man and you ain't take it. I'm disappointed in you.
はい。
Lee answered to Yang and rushed to sit down. Ooh, so Lee is a little bit scared of Yang. I like this. Yang sat down in his chair and looked over at me, motioning for me to come. So I'm really going to sit in his lap this whole meeting. Sir, please let me go back to my room. Did he just save me? There was a chance that Lee really was in his way, but it felt a little like he saved me. No, Lee was just in his way. As soon as everyone sat down, Yang started to talk.
次の取引には俺が参加する。
Okay.
は？しかし、本国の連中はあれこれうるさいから、 俺に任せると、
He mad. He feeling his power slipping.
今になって取引に参加するだなんて一体どういう風の吹き回し
Don't
です
question him.
ずっとお前に任せきり
I
だっ
don't
た
like him, but I really don't like you. Okay, sorry.
ゆっくり
I'm pointing the
休
wrong
め
way on the screen. It looks like, okay, let me go the other way. I really like him, but I don't like you at all. Okay, there we go.
この俺がお前の仕事を肩代わりして
Yes, take his job.
俺が自ら出向いてやると言っているのになぜ喜ばない何か不都合でもあるのか
Yes, there's a big problem. This is getting in the way of his coup.
いえ何も
Yep. Climb up, you punk.
ちょっといい？リーが行かないならその子を連れて行ってあげてほしいの。
Oh, okay. That's her way of protecting me. She's like, do not leave her here with him.
狩猟の女なら取引に同席してもおかしくないよね。
Give me a knife! What? Me? I was startled at the twins' sudden suggestion. Being present during a mafia deal was something I wished to avoid as much as possible.
いい
Girl, the twins are trying to save your ass. Just go. Very well. What? I would rather stay behind if possible.
ただしお前たち二人は来るな護衛はいらん
Yang ignored me and spoke to the twins. Wait, so the twins aren't going to come to protect me?
それはつまんないね。
Right?
どうせなら僕たちも行きたいよ。
文句を言うなもともとお前たち
Wait, why are they not going to be present at the deal? I thought he trusted the kids.
はーい。ちゃんとここで待ってるね。
Okay, I have concerns. Lon sulked, sounding disappointed, and the topic shifted to business. Yang received a few more reports, then the meeting was over. Some left promptly, some stayed behind. The reactions were varied, but... Lee looked troubled and immediately returned, taking his men with him.
おいちょっと来い
ヤン、どうしたの？何？
What's happening?
はーい。僕たちをご指名なんだね。よくわかんないけど任せてよ。
The twins happily came over and Young took them outside the dining hall. I still couldn't gather my thoughts. Alright, side story. Maybe we'll get a chance to see what Lee is thinking right now. Oh, we're back at Lee's house. Okay, maybe we'll get to see Elena.
リー、よかった。
Elena!
帰りなさい。私、ずっと待っていたのよ。あなたを。
She been waiting for them drugs. Her poor eyes. She looks so dead. It's painful.
うるさい黙れ。
ごめんなさい。リー、私、ちゃんとできなくて。
This poor girl.
黙れと言っている。
まさかヤンが取引に行くなんて
Oh my
これ
god.
では俺の予定が狂う
Yep, I knew it. This got in the way of the coup.
あれを悟られるわけにはいかないもみ消すためには何か
Okay.
リー。
くそやんめ
Did she just pass out? Oh my god, did she just pass out? Where's my crying emoji? This poor girl. I still couldn't gather my thoughts. Why would I be going? With my thoughts still muddled, I started to clean up after the meal. I gotta ask the Magic 8-Ball a question because now I'm highly concerned. Magic 8-Ball, will we be able to save Elena before it is too late? We'll think on it. Answer will be in 7 to 10 business days. I'm stressed. This is my stressed face. Okay. Park that bum. The Magic 8-Ball just always lets me down. 2 days after the meeting at the base. Whoa! The ship carrying us from the quiet night harbor departed offshore. The boat rocking, the waves crashing. It was all new to me. The deal was on a boat. I muttered to myself when suddenly Yang took my chin and forced me to look at him. Sir. Okay, he's kind of pretty.
目の光が違う。そんなに船が楽しいか?
Okay, we can't fall in love with him. Well, he's so pretty though. He must have noticed that I secretly enjoyed the experience. I know I shouldn't be happy considering the circumstances, but it was my first time on a boat.
構わん。俺の女なら、それくらい度胸が座っている方がいい。
Okay, at least I'm not a cat anymore. I prefer my woman to my cat. Yang's smile seemed different. It wasn't his usual sneer, but a natural expression that showed he was enjoying himself. Why is my heart pounding? 'Cause I'm an idiot, that's why.
本国からの荷物は定期的に届くが、銃や薬など正規のルートでは通せないようなものばかりだ。船を接岸させることはできん。
Guns and drugs. My other theory was that they were like, the girls that are getting kidnapped, they were like putting them on the boat and sending them out of the country. So, you're smuggling things in? A part of me was in shock, and Yang's eyes thinned as if he were having fun.
理解が早いな。
I had a feeling that it wasn't a normal business deal. This was a true crime scene. As I realized it, my heart began to grow heavy. I had become accustomed to being by Yang's side, but I still hated the violence and the drugs that caused people pain. She's like, I can overlook all of this because I love you, but every once in a while I feel sad. Chapter 5. Unexpected. Alright. Should probably save. It's been a minute since we saved, huh? Okay. The ship set sail, avoiding the reef in the shadows of a rocky cliffside. There was a boat waiting for us there. I never knew such a place existed. You can't see it from the port. The Laoshu seemed to be importing illegal items from their home country. When the two boats approached one another, the crew sent a rope and planks between them. This is so exciting! Like, I'm like, we finally get to leave town. Okay. Okay, let's not get pushed over. That's not funny. I couldn't hide my distaste as I took his arm. Yang smiled as if he were having fun. Using the boards connecting the ships, the mainland crew crossed over to us. They and Yang spoke together in a Chinese language. I have no idea what they're talking about. I felt a little uncomfortable. After they spoke, the Laoshu men guided the messengers to the back of the boat. It's probably better I don't understand things. That'll keep me alive. Oh! This was when I truly understood. Their deal wasn't just receiving products, but in exchange of something else as well. So would it be money or... What? I knew it! People. I knew it. From one of the cabins that the Laoshu opened, a girl came tumbling out. The girl seemed desperate as she grasped onto the member nearby. Oh, dang. Dang! These poor girls! The girl's hair was messed up and she started to scream. The member clicked his tongue, kicking the girl and roughly throwing her back inside. Wait! The shipment! My unpleasant feelings gradually became real. I felt myself go pale. I timidly looked over at Yang, who casually said something unbelievable to me. I knew it! They're selling girls. Sell? For a high price?
最近の若い者はすぐにふるさとを捨てていってしまうからの。
I knew them girls weren't leaving on their own. Yes. Last month, my friend Viola left, and this month it was Eliza. Both of them came to the church to tell us of their departure. Okay, this is different though, because if people are leaving because they want to leave, that's different. But these girls are being drugged and sent away. So did Eliza and Viola end up getting drugged and then they went, oh yeah, we want to go because the drugs are in the city? I realized another possibility. I couldn't hide my confusion and awkwardly spoke up. There have been many girls disappearing from Berloni lately. Everyone assumed they wanted to leave this boring town and go to the city, but... Yep. I remembered that I asked him to save Elena once before. He was like, nope! Her situation could be worse. She could be leaving the country. This is what he must have meant back then. He must be saying that Elena was better off here than the fate this girl will face. I was standing face to face with the depths of the darkness that existed in this town. Not only were they dealing in weapons and drugs, but they also sold live humans as products. I realized that the Lao Shu were dabbling in more inhumane businesses than I imagined. That's horrible. Those girls, they did nothing wrong. He don't care. How could you addict them to drugs to imprison them and then sell them to another country? I'm sure none of them ever wished for a fate like this. Oh, this is so terrible. And she's speaking up and I'm like, girl, it's not going to make a difference. I was so angry and sad and completely helpless. I couldn't contain my frustrations. I pressed Yang, but he remained silent. His face drew near almost to the point where it could touch mine. He's going to be like, you, mind your business. Which we probably should. His golden eyes looked straight at me, and he whispered in a low and threatening tone. Yep. He's not wrong. I am also too kidnapped and a slave. I'm just not on drugs. Yep. Yang sneered and his eyes narrowed as if he were testing me. It's not that. I know that telling you won't change your mind, nor would you save them. But even so, seeing such a horrible thing unfold in front of me, I can't just watch and say nothing. My heart felt so much pain, and my eyes welled with tears. The Lao Shu and you are too cruel. Do you not realize that? Okay, I shouldn't have called him names, right? We should not have called him names. For a second, his eyes wavered slightly. Yes, you lack compassion. That is obvious. Yang? I couldn't understand what he was saying. My brow furrowed, and just then... Oh! Suddenly, a loud sound roared into my ears and the ship began to shake. Well, we about to die. No, I can't stay up. The boat shook roughly and I lost my balance. I almost fell into the deck when... Oh! Yang held my waist with his arm, as if I were a piece of luggage that he was holding steady. He muttered as though the rumbling roar didn't bother him at all. Who? What? What's going... Okay. Still holding on to me, Yang jumped into the sea. What the hell? Where are we going? I felt a shock as if I were being stabbed by needles all over, but I couldn't scream. I realized it was the cold of the ocean water. The muffled roar sounded again and I was swept away by the violent currents. It hurts! As the current calmed, my waist was grabbed. Okay, I almost drowned. Yang had pulled me up out of the water, and I desperately gasped for air. I mean, you could have warned me before this happened. I followed his suggestion, breathing out as I looked around for the ship. The boat we were on was burning red against the darkness of the night. Oh, they set the boat on fire! What happened to the girls in the boat? They died! I looked carefully and saw a silhouette or two coming out of the boat cabins, but I didn't hear anyone jump in. Right, just yeeted us into the sea. Was I supposed to watch this? I don't know. Okay. I am supposed to watch this. I couldn't do anything. Where are we now? Dante! Did they set the boat on fire? Gilbert held the binoculars in one hand as he spoke in a happy mood.
あれはドイツが開発した代物でな、先の大戦で36隻もの船を沈めたそうだ。なかなか面白いおもちゃだろう。
German invention, a reference to the explosive device designed by a German chemist, better known as the pencil bomb. It was made in the form of a cylinder internally separated by a circular copper disc. The bomb would explode when the acids in each chamber mixed with the erosion of the copper disc. Okay, so the Great European War. Gilbert smiled with satisfaction and I looked straight at him. Okay. So y'all just blew up the boat with the girls on it? Really? I mean, they probably didn't know the girls were on the boat, but still.
だが相手はヤンだ。その数十秒の間に逃げおおせる可能性もある。実際にあいつの死体を見るまでは成功したとは言えない。
And you know what? They probably didn't know I was on this boat either, because there's no way Dante would have blown up the boat if he thought I was on it.
そうだな。ま、予定通りファルツォーネとビスコンティの船を出す。
Okay.
ヤンの死体と生き残った人間がいねえか。
Well, at least they're checking for survivors. But you know what? Blowing up the boat was still a bad decision. You didn't know who was on the boat. Oh, these selfish men. I couldn't do anything. I felt suffocated by how powerless I was. I could only watch as the flames lit the night sky and smoke rose from the ship. Oh, sigh. The ship we were on had suddenly exploded, and the ship alongside it had sunk as well. The autumn night had chilled the seawater. In the piercing cold, I wondered what would become of us. Just then, a new boat arrived and pulled Yang and me out of the water. Good. Okay, I was about to be like, is this about to be a Titanic situation where we're going to be in the water and freeze? And you know, Yang, if this was Yang and me instead of Jack and Rose, y'all know that Yang would just like kick me off the door. I wouldn't even stand a chance. I would definitely get hypothermia, and Yang would just live on the door like Rose did. So I'm glad we found a boat. Oh, Faye and Lon. That's why Yang was like, I expected this, so the two of you I didn't need the two of you to come because I needed y'all to save us. Smart. He's still evil, but very smart. Where's my water? There we go. Girl, fireworks show, people died. Okay. Lon was talking with excitement and approached us with a large bath towel. And she swiftly patted my drenched body. But I still couldn't stop shaking. My whole body was shaking and my teeth chattered violently. It was probably cold as hell out there. The fear of almost dying, combined with the freezing cold, was nearly unbearable. I need to go home. Why can't I go back to the church? Y'all are crazy. I couldn't answer Lon and just looked at Yang. I desperately tried to keep my lips from trembling as I spoke. What happened back there? Yang was drying his wet body with the towel and answered matter-of-factly.
おそらくはファルツォーネもしくはレッドフォード。いや、両方だな。奴らが俺を殺そうと手を打ったのだ。
He's smart.
連中は俺を亡き者にすれば、ラオ州が瓦解すると踏んでい
Yeah,
るのだろう
no.
な。
Somebody else would just take over. But they blew up the whole ship. Did they not realize there were girls in there who were completely innocent? That's what I'm saying. Dante would not have blown up the ship had he known that I was on there. The girls, he might not care about the other girls, but Yang smiled.
あいつらをあまり見くびるな。連中がそこまで調べていないはずがない。
No, no, no. Okay, what do you guys think? Do you think that that Dante and Gilbert knew that there were girls on the ship and just decided to blow it up anyway? Or do you think they didn't know? I don't think they knew it was girls on the ship. Because that would just be evil. And they're evil but they're like, they still kind of operate in some sort of code. Gilbert, I think more than Dante, definitely doesn't seem that cruel. So I don't think that they knew that there were girls on that ship. I highly doubt it.
もっとも奴らにも予想できなかったことがあるだろうがな。
Yang muttered and glanced over at me. With this incident, I felt like everything I knew about this world came crashing down. You think they didn't care? I find it so hard to believe, though. But that's fair. I thought both the Falzoni and the Visconti wouldn't cause harm to civilians. They would never hurt the kind, religious people of Berloni. They weren't like the Laoshu. Or so I thought. At the end of the day, they too were mafia. The Berloni Mafia were criminals, not a charitable institution. I was given a stern reminder of that fact.
しかし爆弾まで仕掛けてくるとはな。
I wonder where they got the explosives. Like, where did those come from?
まさか取引の手法や場所だけではなく、
Yeah.
詳細な日時まで知られているとは思わなかった。
I don't think... Okay. Wait. This went against Lee's plan, though. So maybe Lee had to go to them and be like, y'all need to do it tonight? Huh. I don't know. Yang grinned. Really? Thank you for saving me. Why would I thank that man for anything? He didn't say... Okay. That was unexpected. Really?
俺の言葉を疑うのか?
Yang looked down at me as if trying to read my thoughts. You seem to know that an attack was about to occur. The reason Faye and Lon came over so quickly was because you had them on standby, right? I can't help but think you expected this attack from the very start. He did. He's not stupid. Yang stared at me quietly and eventually smiled.
今まであまり感じたことはなかったが。
No,
お前は
we are
俺
not
と気が合う
alike.
のかもしれない。
I am nothing like you. You are crazy, okay?
すごい褒められてるね。おめでとう。
How is this a compliment?
僕も驚いた。ヤンが女にそんなこと言うの。
How is this a compliment? Oh my god. Is this something to be happy about?
このまま港に戻れば、待ち構えた連中に蜂の巣にされるだろう。
Yeah, there will be.
沖合には大方、俺の死体を探すために船を出しているだろうしな。
じゃあどうするの？
We don't have no guns, so we can't let the chopper sing. And we can't let the sword swish because they're gonna be on boats. And so they're not gonna like be close enough for us to swish. So I don't know what we're gonna do.
幸い、今夜は月が隠れている。すぐに北上して市街の港に船をつけろ。
Okay.
ブルローネには
That sounds like a
陸路で戻
solid
れ。
idea.
了解だよ。すぐに伝えてくるね。
Okay. By the time we had gotten to a small village off the coast of Berloni, the clouds had shifted, and the moon became visible. We quietly brought the ship to shore, and the twins got on land first. Pirates! Oh god, I hope there are no pirates.
捨てるにはもったいない船だからな。お前はほとぼりが冷めるまでこの辺りで待機しろ。
True.
俺の連絡を待ってブルローネに船を戻せ。手入れは怠らないようにしておけよ。
わかりました、ヤン。
Member E. He's way down in the totem pole. The person who was maneuvering the boat nodded firmly. Oh god, and there was only one bed. We managed to find an inn in the village. Lon and Faye said they didn't want to be separated, so I was paired with Yang. The simple room had a window through which the starlight shone faintly. Even after I got in bed, I couldn't stop thinking about the explosion. I couldn't sleep. Please let those girls make it out safely, even if it's just one person. I knew it was a faint hope, but I couldn't help but pray. She's so nice. Before I knew it, Yang had gotten up. He leaned with his back against the wall, looking up as he laughed and sighed.
眠れんな。
How is this funny to you, sir? We almost got exploded. Okay. When I heard him mutter that, Yeah, I'm not gonna imply he was scared. Why would I do that? I like my life. As soon as I heard his faint muttering, I felt a chill run down my spine. He must... The reason he can't sleep, it's because he must be really excited. Putting his own life at risk. No, that's not it. Many people were sacrificed today. He doesn't feel guilty about it, nor does he fear what happened. The quiet moonlight shone down on him and he looked like a gorgeous statue, but also like a monster that was hungry for blood. Of course, I couldn't call out to him. She was like, I'm just going to stay here. He can just go ahead and do what he doing. Oh, okay. Here comes a side story. Okay. Dawn broke after a night of investigation.
船の残骸は確認したよ。生存者も何名か回収できたけど。
Okay. We checked all the damage. Okay.
ヤンの姿も取引に同行していたと見られる人間の姿もなかった。
Did y'all find the girls?
夜の海でヤンの死体を見つけるのは花から容易ではないと思っていたが。ニコラ、ブルローネに通じる街道に十分な見張りをつけておけ。
Ah, dang, they're gonna find us.
わかった。
Okay.
無駄足じゃねえか？あの爆発からそう簡単に逃げおせるとは思えねえな。
普段なら同意する。
Right?
あの男は規格外だ。
He's like, that guy is different. Sorry to y'all. Most of y'all would die in boat explosions, but I'm different. I'm built different. That's Yang. The following morning, we all gathered and discussed what to do from here.
2、3日中にはブルローネに戻る。
Ah, God, we gotta stay here for 2 to 3 days.
そうだね。たまには街の外も楽しいけど、ずっとだと退屈しちゃうよ。
ヤンが留守にしてると勝手なことする構成員が出るかもしれないしね。
We might not be the only person who tries to stage a coup if we stay out here. Really? Will it be safe? I couldn't help but be anxious, but Yang looked back at me with cold eyes. If the boat was targeted at the exact date and time of the deal, then that means someone's leaking information to the enemy, like a spy. Yang responded casually.
さして脅威でもない。
Sir! How are they not that big of a threat? They just tried to blow you up!
とはいえ、所詮暇つぶしに過ぎないが、何も起きないよりは面白い。
I'm so sick of him being all cool, calm, and collected like this.
今戻らねば祭りに乗り遅れるかもしれん。間を空けてしまうのは避けたい。
It's not normal to want to dive into such a dangerous environment. I was once again reminded of how dangerous Yang was.
ねえねえ、ヤン。昨日の爆発にファルツォーネとビスコンティが絡んでるなら、普通に帰ると邪魔されるんじゃない？
Thank you!
まあ、あいつらも甘くないよね。ブルローネの街道は一つしかない。きっと厳重に見張られてるでしょ。
Thank you.
だが、何もバカ正直に街道を通ってやる
Okay, then what
必要
other
はない
road
だ
will
ろ
we
う。
take, sir? Wait, am I supposed to watch this? Yep, okay. It's a lot of side stories on Yang's route. For some reason, I don't remember there being this many side stories for Nicola. Okay, this man is psycho giggling. Ever since getting word of what happened, I couldn't stop laughing. He's like, ha! He did! But he's not.
これでラオシュは俺の天下だ。リュウファンフイでの出世も約束さ
This
れ
man
た
is
ようなもの。
stupid. I'm loving this villain laugh, though.
リエ、嬉しそうね。
ああ、今日の俺は機嫌がいい。
Can I please save my friend? She looks so out of it.
私、リーならきっと何でもできるって思っていたわ。
ぐどんなおもちゃの割に。
And he keeps insulting her.
今日は褒美をやろう。エレナ、来い。
本当？嬉しい。
No, don't take nothing else.
ああ、どうせまた欲しかった。
She about to die.
そうなの。 すごいのね、リーって。私のこと何でも分かってくれる。
当然だ。俺はいずれ
I hate him. Can we please stab him, please? I cannot wait till we stab him. At the time, I still didn't realize what Yang meant. A few days later, we left the inn and entered the forest. So pretty! Wait, everyone! Yang and the others didn't think twice as they walked into the forest. You all aren't from here, so you wouldn't know, but... Gotta have a knife first. You're right, I still don't have a knife. You know what? That just made me upset. Why don't I still have a knife? I don't understand. Okay. You all aren't from here, so you wouldn't know, but there are wolves in this forest. It'll be dangerous if we go in. Yes? Huh? I mean, I suppose if you're out here just chopping people up, wolves wouldn't scare you. Fine. Y'all get bit then. Just get bit since y'all want to play. Okay. I couldn't just stand at the edge of the forest, so I timidly followed them inside. We about to get accosted by wolves. Yang stopped suddenly. What is it? Don't tell me. Who? I knew it! God dang it! Wolves! He's gonna protect me from these wolves, watch. As he said that, I heard a low beastly growl. I started to step back and Yang must have noticed. Without turning back, he said, Ooh, true. I knew he was gonna protect us. No, we can't fall in love with him. No. From beyond the grassy area, a large gray creature came forward. A few dozen wolves surrounded us, looking for a meal. A few dozen? What? Oh, God. Okay. They look like, yay, we get to fight! Okay, sorry. Let the sword swing! I could hear Lan swinging her dragon blade and crushing the wolf's bones. These kids are on it. Okay, Faden swung his lancet, flying in the air and easily dodging the wolf's fangs. Okay. His blades were like a beast's claws. He sliced through the wolf's flesh and bones, gouging out their intestines. In an instant, they were piles of corpses laid out around Yang. Okay. Lan kicked the wolf who attacked from behind. Go ahead, Lan! But the wolf didn't back down, baring its fangs even more until Faye's lancet pierced it. I cowered, seeing all the blood splatter. He seemed to notice me gasp and look back at me for a second. Dang! Oh, God, did we just distract him? But he said nothing. Okay, whew, and continued to wield his shango. Ooh. I noticed something. I was close to him, close enough to grab his clothes, but his blade never once grazed me. Oh my goodness. I thought we were about to distract him. I was scared. Okay. Is he worried about me being behind him? It may be a coincidence, but even then, until all the wolves fell to the ground, he had protected me all the way through. He protected us! No, we can't fall in love with him. We encountered a few more packs of wolves, but managed to get through the forest. Yang and the twins walked along the unpaved road without a problem. Ah! I tripped on a root and almost fell over. You mean to tell me that we survived these wolves, but this girl can't survive a plant? Ocean, now that was an intense fight. I was worried for a second. It was getting dark, and I wasn't able to navigate the path as quickly. Not only that, but I was getting tired from walking so long. But I can't fall behind. Are we stopping because he was concerned about me? No, we can't. We can't. No, we have no feelings. None. We don't have any feelings for this man. None! What?
嫌か
Isn't it dangerous to sleep out in the wild? We need to get out of the woods as soon as possible.
確かにこれくらい夜通し歩き続ければ夜明け前にはブルローネが見えるだろう
Okay, I know I've said this before, but the spelling errors are so distracting. If we walk through the night, who was checking this game? Okay, sorry.
だがお前はもう歩けまい
That's not true.
無理だ俺が運んでやってもいいが俺を無駄に疲れさせるつもりなら相応の対価を要求する
He was gonna carry us. I might have enjoyed that. No, we're not. We're not falling in love with this man. Okay. Pay for it? I only had bad feelings about it. I sighed a little, then apologized with honesty. I'm sorry for slowing you all down. If we could please rest here tonight.
構わんお前が俺たちと同等の体力を持っている
That's
から
Axis's localization in a nutshell, though. That's true. I heard that I saw someone was saying that like Cafe Enchant had a bunch of like spelling errors and stuff in it, and so people were really upset about that. Oh, okay. So he accounted the fact that I am weak.
ちょっと口を挟んでいい？
Sure.
なんだ
ランがいないんだけど。
What happened to Lon?
あいつの面倒を見るのはお前の役割だろ
What happened to Lon?
そうなんだけど、さっきまでいたんだよ。なのに今気づいたら消えてたの。
Oh, he's concerned. What do we do? I need to go find
お
her.
前は動くな途中で行き倒れるだけだ
But Yang.
あいつのことは気にせず放っておけ
Nah, I feel
どうせ
concerned
その
now.
うち追いついてくる
I'm worried. In such a deep forest, I couldn't imagine her finding us so easily. I was so worried, but both Yang and Faye didn't seem to be bothered at all. Will she really be okay? Oh! Okay. Whew. I was worried.
どこ行ってたの、ラン？
もうすぐ晩ご飯の時間でしょ何か食べられるものを探そうと思って
Girl, you could have told people where you went.
ラン、行っても無駄かもだけど、今度からは動く前に
Right.
何か言って
You
よ。
worried your brother. I'm so glad Lana's safe. I sighed with relief. Yang didn't seem particularly interested. He was sitting against a nearby tree.
それで、ランは何を見つけてきたの？
Mushrooms, probably. Lon took something out of her pocket. More things scattered onto the ground.
焼いて食べると美味しいよ
A snake? What? Okay, look. Beggars can't be choosers. We are kind of out here in the middle of the wilderness.
ランにしてはマシな方だね。
Alright.
虫焼いて食べると美味しいよ
Oh, wait! No! Pass! Insects! I'll eat a snake! I can't eat bugs!
そうだね。
見て見てこの虫は茹でると赤く
Oh, I
なって
just gagged a
エビ
little.
みたいな味になるんだよあ、それからこっちの黄色い芋虫は生で食べると甘いんだよ
Pass!
あなた顔色悪いね
So hard
大丈
pass.
夫
あれ、もしかして寝てるかも？
Yes, I'm so tired right now. I couldn't possibly eat a thing. I was born and raised in the town of Berloni. I'm back. Wrote like 4 pages of study guide. Yay! Welcome back. So, since you've been gone, we got almost blown up on a boat. It was very scary, but we ended up escaping. And Lee thinks that his coup went successfully and that Yang is dead. But now we're hiding. We're walking back to Berloni through the woods, so people think we're dead. I was born and raised in the town of Berloni. I never imagined I'd sleep in a forest of wolves. Oh yes, and then we had to walk back to the forest, and the wolves tried to attack us, and Yang and Faye and Lon killed all the wolves. Okay. The morning rays shone through the trees, and a cool breeze grazed my cheeks. I'm in a forest? Oh, she forgot that quick. I remembered everything that happened and tried to get up, but I couldn't move somehow.
目が覚めたか
Yang, why? For some reason, he was holding me on his lap. This man! Oh my god.
勝手に気絶したお前が悪い。せめて俺に暖を取らせ
So I fainted after they suggested we needed to eat the bugs. I was not eating any bugs. Then were you holding me all night?
すぐに出発する。
I love how you dodged the question. Bugs are good for you. Pass! So much pass! Oh god. Yang didn't answer me and let me go. Where are Faye and Lon?
先行して偵察に行かせた。パルツオーネあたりの監視が森の中まで伸びていないとは限らんからな。
Oh no. I made them scope things out ahead. Okay. Yang stood as he said that, and for some reason he reached out toward me. Huh? No, we can't fall in love with this man. We can't. Huh?
野宿では大して疲労も抜けんだろう。このまま歩けばすぐに転ぶ。
No, we can't fall in love with him. He seemed willing to lend me his hand. I couldn't believe that he was being kind and stayed silent for a little while, but thanks. I awkwardly reached out for his hand. It was warmer than mine. Aww. Right, trying to be all subtle. This man... No, we can't fall in love with him. That's a really nice cheongsam that she has on, though. Very pretty. Yang silently began to walk, and I followed. We proceeded through the woods again. I forgot to screen cap it. Hold on. There we go. Yang?
なんだ
What's gonna happen to me when we get to Berloni? Will I return to the Laoshu, or will I be able to return to the church one day? If she thinks she's going back to the church, she has lost her mind. Okay, sorry.
状況によるとしか言えんな。パルツオーネとビスコンティエがどう動いているか次第だ。
I'm surprised he answered my question instead of calling me stupid. Of course. His vague response made me feel depressed. Why can't we love this man? Okay, so this man deals drugs. He is killing the population of Veleno with his drug. Not only that, but he is sex trafficking women. He's kidnapping girls, getting them hopped up on drugs, and then shipping them out the country to China. So no, we can't love him. And he's manipulative. And we've been held. He kidnapped us in the first place. That's another reason we can't love him. He kidnapped us. Suddenly, Yang stopped and turned around.
だが俺は
Despite being in the shadows of the deep forest, his golden eyes shone boldly. Right. No, we can't love him, even if he's being nice to us. Despite being in the shadows of the deep forest, his golden eyes shone boldly and looked as if he could see right through me.
俺のものを手放す気はない。
See, he didn't plan on letting me go anyway. Does that mean I can no longer go home? Yeah, because he considers me property. But I couldn't ask him. Yeah, he's also assaulted her several times. But for some reason, I didn't hate Yang's words as much as I used to. Even if he held my hand, I no longer found myself wanting to shake it off. See, she's developing Stockholm Syndrome. That evening, thanks to Lon and Faye drawing away the watchguard near the entrance of the woods, we were able to avoid a battle and return safely to Berloni. Yeah, he's not very nice. He has nice moments, but overall, not nice. We're finally back. I felt nostalgic at the sight of Veleno. As I breathed a sigh of relief, Yang suddenly smiled and muttered,
さてどう出るか
How should we go about what? I didn't know what Yang was thinking, but his eyes twinkled as if he were having fun. We entered the Laoshu base, and I could hear voices from the dining hall. Okay. So this is Lee. The guy who actually has a face is Lee. The other one's just a subordinate. Lee is responsible for the bombing of the boat that almost killed Yang. And Lee thinks that Yang is dead. So Yang is about to be like, surprise, bitch. Thought you saw the last of me. Hey, are you sure we can just take action? I think we should wait for Yang to return.
待ったところでどうせ無駄だ。それに、俺ならもっと
Oh, I can't wait till he finds out Yang is alive.
これから
That's what you
俺
think.
がラオ州の主だ。死んだ人間をいつまでも待っていても仕方ないだろう。
おお、誰か死んだのなら、葬式の準備をせねばなら
I
ない
knew it! Surprise, bitch!
葬式なんて無意味だ。あいつは海の藻くずと消え。
Oh, the shock on his face. Get ready for it.
ヤンなぜここに
Prepare to die! Lee's eyes grew wide in shock and Yang sneered.
なぜも何も自分の寝床に帰
Right, that was a nice reveal though. He was like, oh, somebody's dead? We should prepare for the funeral. He's like, aye! And he oop!
しばらく留守を任せて悪かったな。もういいぞ。
Bye!
はい。よくご無事で。
No, you're not. Lee spoke in a barely audible tone.
あの程度、大した暇つぶしにもならん。それに女を道連れにはしねんだろ。
My name is officially my woman. Yang gave a mysterious smile and spoke in a low voice. Even if it's a joke, it wasn't a good one. That night of the attack, I had a glimpse into the darkness inside him, something I wouldn't ever understand. Because of that, I couldn't just accept his words for what they were.
とにかく無事でよかったです。俺はてっきりあんたが死んだと思った。
He is such a liar, though. Lee eventually gained his composure and looked back at Yang.
なんとか後を引き継がないとって。
Ah! You know, I was thinking I might have to take over, so I was just trying to keep everything in order. This lying heifer! Okay, sorry. This man. Yang ignored Lee and calmly sat down in his usual chair. Right, I thought you were dead. I wonder why, sir. Could it be that you plotted it yourself?
はい。本国との取引はひとまず無期延期。
Yep.
また爆弾を仕掛けられたらたまらないですし。
Not at all.
少なくともこの町の状態が落ち着くまで、次の船は来ないことになりました。
Yep.
それからファルツォーネとビスコンティが動き出してる。ヤンが死んだと思ってるようです。
It's time to let the sword swish! Okay, sorry. Let the chopper sing is honestly just so much better than let the sword swish, but unfortunately we don't have any guns, so we gotta let the sword swish.
連中、本格的に俺たちをブルローネから追い出すつもりらしい。ファルチやクレタでうちのたまり場になってたバールに出入りしてた奴らはとっくにやられちまって。
Okay.
そんなわけで、うちの人間にもす
でに Oh dang, they out here murdering folk.
あ、オルロックのやつも行方不明です。
Where did Orlok go?
そうか。
Yang nodded lightly and closed his eyes. After a brief moment, he opened them again.
オルロックのことだ。どうせ死んではいない。
That's true. Orlok can take care of himself.
が、あいつはもともとラオ州の人間
Dang,
では
that's
ない
cold.
からな。連れ戻しても意味はない。好きにさせておけ。次の出方も大体読めているしな。それより。
Yang's golden eyes glimmered brightly.
ラオ州のために死んだ同胞がいるなら、それなりの弔いをしてやらんとな。
Okay. His eyes thinned slightly as he muttered somewhat happily. Uh-oh. What is a proper send-off? I guess sending people with them. The next day, Yang went out to look around Veleno. He wanted to know what the situation was after a few days of his absence. In the meantime, I was left alone in my room. I hadn't been in this room for a while. We weren't gone for very long, but I already felt some nostalgia in returning. That's called Stockholm Syndrome! Okay. My home isn't here, it's the church, but when I started thinking about the church, I naturally started to think about Elena too. She should still be at Lee's. Okay, so Elena, she's our best friend, and currently Leah's like holding her prisoner and pumping her with drugs. Ever since I saw Elena like that, there wasn't a day that I didn't think about her. Even when we were walking back to Berloni, I prayed over and over for my dear friend to return safely. Veleno seemed like it wasn't much different compared to before we left, but surely there's something in this place that I can't see. I looked down at Veleno through the window. I took a deep breath, making up my mind and leaving the room. Girl, we can't just walk out by ourselves. Yes, these poor girls, like, this route is super dark. They out here is just terrible. Faye, Lon, you here? I need to talk to you. We need to save Elena.
そっちから呼ぶなんて珍しいね。
I have a favor to ask of you. I want you to take me to a place in Veleno where I've never been before.
行ってない場所？どういうのが見たいの？
What do I want to see? The Laoshu distributes drugs, right?
薬売りの店が見たいの？別に連れて行ってもいい。
So we can burn that motherfucker down! Okay, sorry. I chose my words carefully. There's too much I don't know about Yang or the Laoshu. I feel that if I see the deeper parts of Veleno, I might understand a little more. What do we need to understand more? The drugs! People are dying! What Yang's thinking.
ヤンのこともっと知りたいの？
They both look like, why do you want to know more about him? I suppose so. But why do I want to know more about him? I already knew he was dangerous, and I should avoid him as much as possible. I know he's dangerous, but am I starting to have feelings for him? Love yourself! Lana's like, girl, why? Exactly. She's suspicious. Like, why do you want to know more about him? Girl, no. I thought to myself and looked down.
私は行くの構わないけど、フェイも一緒に行くよね。
特に予定もないしね。僕も護衛だし、付き合ってもいいよ。
Oh. Thanks, you two. Oh, goodness. This is like mad dilapidated. Oh, God. They took me to a place near Strano. Even in Veleno, there were many buildings that have fallen into disrepair. The air seems smoky and it's dim.
この布、口に当てておくと
We
い
should
い
get
よ。
the hell out of here.
ちょっ
That's
と
what
息
we
苦しい
should
か
do.
もしれないけど。
Lan handed me a handkerchief and showed me by holding it against her nose and mouth.
できるだけ息を深く吸わない方がいい。煙を吸う客もいるからね。
Why are we here?
私たちは慣れてるけど、初めて薬の匂いを嗅ぐと悪酔いしたみたいになるよ。
直接吸引しないなら強い作用は出ない。
Oh, this is where the drug is being produced. That's why I can't sniff the smoke. I silently put the cloth on my mouth and followed after them. At the corner, there was a rundown shop where the twins stopped. What I saw was a terrible sight that made me want to cover my eyes. In the shadows of the buildings was a young man crouched over, muttering to himself with hollow eyes. There was a woman who was skin and bones glaring at us with bloodshot eyes.
一応言っておくと、あれ、病気とかじゃなくて。
You didn't have to tell me that. I knew. Ugh. A man groaned and vomited repeatedly. This route is dark. Like, I thought Nicola was crazy. This is like, okay. A woman whose skin was torn and bleeding was ripping the hair out of her skull.
気持ちよくなりたくて薬を使い始めたんだろうけど。
This is why we have to save Elena. We cannot have her go through this. I looked further and there was another person who was lying in the street, moaning and shivering.
その辺に転がってるのはもう死ぬでしょ。
Man, Yang, you are awful.
マシな人間は家とかたまり場とかそういうところで
Right,
使
this
う
is
か
the
らね。
worst. Park that bum. This is the worst. This looming sense of death was too horrible to bear. The merciless scene playing out before me made my heart pound anxiously. Isn't there anything I can do? I was stunned by the terrible misery and thought desperately of how to help them. When we returned to the main streets, I felt relieved at the familiar scenery.
あの辺りの店は当然非合法だよ。
Obviously!
こんな街でも警察に見つかるとそれなりにうるさいから、表向きはいろいろ違う店って
Yep,
こと
they're
に
like,
なって
nope,
るけ
no
ど
drugs here. We sell biscuits. Nope. Did all those people choose drugs willingly? No.
もちろんだよ。誰彼構わず無理やり薬漬けにしてるわけじゃないからね。あれは興味本位で手を出して薬に溺れて抜け出せなくなった
Or a
人たち
person
の
who was
末路だよ。
depressed and wanted to be happy.
今見てきたあたりにあるのって大体はラオ州の管理下の店
How
だ
do
よ。
y'all work for this man?
だからまだ上等な方ね。
ラオ州から買った薬に混ぜ物したり粗悪品を扱ったりしてる店もあるよ。
That's why you
そっち
can't
は
trust
もっとひ
nothing.
どいね。
Because people will just mix stuff.
特に紅ボタンを取り扱う店はひどいよ。みんなすぐに頭がいかれちゃうから。
理由もないのに殺し合いが起きるっていうのが近頃日常茶飯事になってるよ。
Okay, look, saying the murders are happening for no reason is distancing yourselves from the responsibility. The murders are happening because you are getting people hopped up on drugs and they're killing each other to get them.
ベレーノの裏路地に食いちぎられてる死体が落ちてたらそれは野犬のせいじゃない。紅ボタンの中毒者の仕業だよ。
What does Yang think about all of this? I thought about him. He don't care. Like, why would she think he would care? This man is like, I'm getting paid. He don't care about nobody. I wonder if he just doesn't care. Maybe he's just thinking they can do drugs or whatever they please. He must not care about how the people in this town live or what they do. I hadn't asked him his opinion on the matter. But I was close to the right answer. At least that's how I felt. He don't give not one fuck, two fucks, red fucks, or blue fucks. He does not care about these people. After safely arriving back to the Lao Shu's base, I thanked Lan and Fei. Even after returning to my room, I couldn't forget about the scene I saw. Before I knew it, the sun had come down. I was getting ready for bed when I realized something. That's odd. They're not here either. Where did they go? Who?
何をバタバタしている?
Oh, welcome back. As usual, Yang didn't knock when he entered, and I responded without thinking. I can't find my sleeping gown. I was honest with Yang about what I was looking for, and he threw me something wrapped. I feel like he's done this before. As I thought, I opened it. Inside was a gorgeous pure white negligee. He was like, I'll just take her undergarments and just buy her some new ones.
高かった。感謝して使え。
Wait, Yang, I can't wear this. I mean, did you look at it? It's very sheer and see-through. That's why he bought it, girl. It was made of soft, thin silk. I knew that not only would my skin show, but my underwear would be clearly visible. Rather than being sleepwear, it was practically underwear on its own.
だから買った。
I told you. He was like, I bought this on purpose.
安心しろ。下着も一緒に買っておいた。
This man. I'm so tired of him. I'm so tired. This doesn't make me feel better. Where did my sleeping gown go?
捨てた。俺が買い与えてやったものを着るか、裸で寝るか。
I bet you he wouldn't care if I slept naked. He gets on my nerves. Oop, exactly, parked that bum. He was like, well, I bought it. It's sheer. Yang went off to shower, leaving me stunned. Seeing Yang walk off, I was still at a loss for words and stood frozen stiff. I mean, we could just always dig it out the trash and wash it if she's that pressed. I tried to suppress my anxiety, sitting down on the bed with the stuffed panda in my hands. Did he just comes in the room naked? Yang came out of the shower, raising his eyebrows when he saw me.
なんだ?
What do you mean, my panda?
邪魔だ、よこせ。
No! It's mine! Ugh. No, I really like it. Besides, if he takes the panda away, he'll be able to see so much. I wore the lingerie thinking it'd be better than being naked, but I didn't have the courage to expose myself in this kind of clothing. He's like, do not argue with me. Give me the panda.
そもそも俺がやったもの。
Yep.
ならどうしようと俺の勝手だ。
Sir, just let me keep it. But it's also something you gave me, so I can do as I please with it too, right? I didn't know if Yang was satisfied with that answer, but he fell silent. I decided to change the subject. I went to the drug shops today.
薬が欲しいのか
No!
お前になら特別にタダでくれてやってもいい
You mean his panda. No, it's mine. No, I don't want any drugs. I'll refrain, thank you. I went for a different purpose.
目的
Because I want to get to know you. I couldn't say that to his face, so without answering, I continued. I saw what was going on in Veleno, and it got me thinking. How can you allow your district to end up like this?
それで答えは出たのか
The answer is that you don't give a damn. Okay, look. I think so. I'm just like, whatever. I think you don't care about this town. The more I thought about it, the more it seemed like the only logical answer.
お前アヘン戦
Yeah.
争を知らないのか
This is a call back to the first episode when he was like, bruh, they drugged my country, so I'm drugging theirs.
当時英国は真にアヘンを持ち込み、莫大な利益を得た俺は今、もらった恩を返しているだけだ
Before, Yang spoke about dealing drugs as if it were a form of revenge to Europe. But spending time with him, sensing how he is, I noticed something. I don't think Yang has a grudge against Europe. Besides, this country wasn't involved in the Opium Wars. He didn't seem to be the type to harbor a grudge against all the rest of Europe. He willingly ate local cuisine, and although few, there were some Westerners in the Laoshu. So it didn't seem like he'd be taking his revenge for past events. I asked Faye and Lon. They said you only sell drugs to those who want it, and you aren't forcing it upon people. So basically, you're just leaving the weak to fall on their own, is that right? Yang smiled even more. Was he confirming my assumption? He's still a butthole! You have the power to save them, but you choose not to. Not because you have a grudge against them, but because you don't have an interest in most of the things around you.
否定はしない
Yang smiled briefly and reached out to me, whispering in a sweet voice.
だが今のお前にはそれなりに興味がある
Pass!
もっと見せろ
No! Then I stopped Yang's hand and stared deep into his eyes. Show me what's inside of you.
隠しているわけではない勝手に見ろ
She's like, I want you to open up more, girl. Like the mafia guy is good. Okay. I want to see, but I can't. I don't understand why you think like that. I just can't understand. I connected all his words and actions so far and tried to imagine who Yang really was. My observations had, to a certain extent, allowed me to understand him a little. However, even though I don't know someone, I can't stand seeing them suffer or be miserable. I don't want to keep looking at them. I always think if there's anything I can do. Okay, this feels like an awkward translation. Do you think that's hypocrisy?
善悪の話ではない神の家で育った
I'm about to say, she is a church person, so that's very natural for her to, like, care about everyone. Hi, new viewers. We are playing Piofiore, Faded Memories. We've been kidnapped by this man on the screen. He's very pretty, but he's also very bad.
それだけの話だろ
Are you saying that because you and I lived in different environments, we won't be able to understand one another? Yang smiled thinly and didn't answer me. He moved me and the stuffed panda to the side as he laid down on the bed. Yang?
おしゃべりは終わりだ
He's like, I'm done talking to
さっさと
you.
寝ろ
I'm bored with this conversation. I didn't think I could sleep. Okay, side stories. Where are we going now? Director! Oh, Dante. Director!
おいでくださいましたファルツオネ様
He's so pretty. Okay, let me stop fawning over him and focus.
すでにレッドフォード様がお待ちですよ今宵はお二人だけなのですね
来やすいなディレットーレ誰に口を聞いている
これは大変失礼いたしました
Yeah, he's prime for information. He does that a lot.
よう、ダンテ、聞いたか お前が危惧して
Your
た通
plan
り
failed.
生きてやがっ
He's
た
not
な
dead.
もうこの町に戻ってきたらしい
ああまったく厄介な男だ
Neither Gilbert nor I were too surprised to hear of Yang's survival. we would have to shoot a bullet into his head ourselves or he wouldn't die. I mean, they did blow up the boat, so I think it's fair to think that you blowing up the boat would have succeeded. So that was just the kind of man he was.
そういえば、あの取引の場に自分の女も同席させてたようだが。
Okay, so I was right. They didn't know I was on the boat.
それも聞いている。彼女も同じく町に戻ったそうだ。
にしても。
Gilbert grimaced and spoke coldly.
あいつ、あんまり使えねえな。ま、予想できたことだが。
ああ、次はない。
Oh.
それよりギルバート、さっさとネズミ狩りの算段をつけたい。
Where are we going?
構わない。
Where are they going?
もちろんだ。よくよく対策を練るとしようぜ。
So basically, for those of you who just joined us, Dante, who is talking, you can't see his face, and Gilbert are both trying to get rid of the Lao Shu because they're distributing drugs and killing people. Okay, so now we have another scene. Oh, is this Lee? Yep, okay.
くそ、どうして連絡が取れない?
I couldn't hold back my irritation and kicked the table in front of me. They cut him off too. They said you're no use to us anymore. Yep. They're gonna cut you short.
俺が狩猟を引き継いだ後はもうラオシュを攻撃しないって約束だった。なのにあいつらなんか消えるなり手のひらを返して
They didn't want to work with you. Not only were things not going my way, things were taking a turn for the worse. I couldn't help but be irritated.
そもそもヤンはなぜ生きている？あの爆発から逃れられるはずがない。秋とはいえ、海水温は相当低いはずだぞ。普通は死ぬ。
Well, they didn't.
いや、あいつは普通じゃないが。
I was pacing back and forth in my room deep in thought.
あいつを殺すにはどうすればいい?
Wow. I mean, if my first attempt to fail, like to kill somebody failed, I would just mind my business. Like, what? I don't need to try again. Clearly, I'm not good at this. Uh-oh. God dang it. Oh, God. Are they going to kidnap me? I didn't think I could sleep. I want to know about him more. There may never come a day when I could understand everything about him. But I didn't think I would ever stop wondering. All right. This seems like a good place to stop for the day. Chapter 6, Enveiglement. Let's go ahead and stop here. All right, so we have progressed. I guess to recap what has happened, Yang almost got killed. We almost got killed. Yang seems to be softening towards us. I wouldn't say that he loves us yet, but clearly he is concerned about us. So at least we won't die? Maybe? I also kind of do want to learn how he became the way he is. Not that it would justify anything that happened, but I am very curious about how he became the way he is. Like, was he poor like Lon and Faye and realized that the mafia would be the way for him to be rich? Or was he just always power hungry? Like, I want to know. And I also... I want to see how this plays out. I was going to say I wanted Dante and Gilbert to succeed. But I also want to see how this plays out if they don't succeed in this plan. I mean, if we're on the evil route, we might as well embrace it. So it would be nice to see how this this plan comes and how Yang will end up getting the upper hand on them. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. This has been a very fun episode. And let's see. Schedule. So tomorrow we will be playing some Room Factory 4 from 5 p.m. EST to 7 p.m. EST. We have to go back into the Banquet of Nightmares. It's going to be very interesting. The monsters are all level 1000, so we have our work cut out for us. Last time, the farthest we got, the Banquet of Nightmares is 30 floors, and we only got to the 6th floor. So it's going to be a challenge. Thank you for the hearts, Park That Bum. Let me send some back. There we go. But yeah, so that's going to be tomorrow. On Wednesday, we'll be getting back to Nexomon from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. EST. We are going to finally meet the third overseer. I think her name was Ira, something like that. But yeah, so she's putting on a rock concert, so we got to sneak in. So that'll be Nexomon. On Thursday, Shaughnessy the King and I will be hanging out playing some Overcooked 2 for multiplayer Thursday. That will be from 5 p.m. EST to 7 p.m. EST. I am excited because Overcooked is wild. And last time we played, it was terrible. So it's going to be fun. Yeah, I loved Overcooked. I love how chaotic it is. So I'm excited for us to play on Thursday. And then on Friday will be our double farming Friday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. EST. We'll be playing Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town. And then from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. EST, we will be playing World's Dawn. See y'all tomorrow. Can't wait for Overcooked. I'm so hype for the whole week. Like, it's going to be a busy week, but I'm so excited to hang out with you guys and have fun all week. Let's see who is streaming right now. Is there anybody that we can raid? Okay. Atiana83 is playing Empire of Sin. It is a mob game. That's all I know about it. Let's go ahead and raid. Raid IT. I gotta make sure I'm spelling people's name right, because I always get that wrong. All right, so be happy, be healthy, and I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. And if not, I'm so glad I got to see you all today. Bye! Let's go! Here we come, Aitiana! Do 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 do. 3, 2, 1.